chase, girl, tonight.
None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, sit forward to some archbishop. Them no bad.
You know I said just. Just.
going on?
Hi, welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Championship for today's battles, which is going to be consisting of our top 32, top 16, top 8, and the semi-in finals. This is going to be a great day. It's going to be some exciting battles, some great competition. Drivers are going to be pushing their absolute hardest today for that top spot and for that prize in that round one prize.
Yeah.
There is a prize every round, but what do you have about you, Alex?
It's going to be a very long day today. We've got a lot of battles to get through, the top 32 all the way down to the final battle, and it is going to be one hell of a show. Of course, here's the battle tree. We're going to have Cormac Guard versus Cody. Sadly, Cormac Guard hasn't made it today, so Cody will be getting a bye run. And then Taylor versus what we like to call him Kawasaki, which will be a brilliant battle there. And then we have the young SDC driver versus Artem Cholkov, who has just gained his new VDC license. And then we have Jordan Fry versus Stephen Hatcher, which is going to be one hell of a battle. Here you can see Jason Cote going around the track and doing his thing in that Jap Speed BMW E36. And yeah, how excited are you today, Ian? You're gonna give us a send it Driftland again for the final?
Oh, most definitely. I will be doing it even harder than I did it yesterday. It's gonna be a great one. I cannot wait. Final battles should be crazy. All these battles are gonna be crazy. But...
And somehow we are at Driftland 2 days in a row, and it's not been raining. What a miracle! Which is insane.
Yep, this is very unusual.
The Scottish gods have gave us a miracle today, and we shall continue on when we get the next drivers to the battle grid, which drivers have been asked today to be at the battle grid ready. And yeah, here we go.
The first battle of the night: Anthony Taylor versus Daniel Kowalczyk. Fellow baddie boy versus Mr. Kowalczyk himself. Here we go. Anthony Taylor sending it into the first turn. A big transition. And we have Kowalczyk running up on the bank. This is
Andy's
wanted the first battle to go, but you know, I think that might be a restart. From the looks of it. Okay. Because both drivers are back in pits. Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting there. Looks like I have got some info, and it is going to be a restart as there's been some technical issues between the two drivers, so we'll get them back to the start line and make sure they are, Yeah,
we'll see what happens in the rerun of this battle. That was very weird. I saw Anthony Taylor have a very strong initiation there. He had a very strong flick into the second outside, but I think Kowalczyk made a little oopsie on that wall there. That was something.
Definitely. Okay, looks like we're gonna run this one back. Anthony Taylor in the lead and Kowalczyk in the chase. I'm gonna be very excited for this. Two very beautiful looking cars. And yeah.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. Anthony Taylor crossing the line. Kowalczyk in the chase. He's going to be coming strong for the first section of the track. A big transition into that second outside clip with Kowalczyk chasing very close behind. This is going to be a good battle between these drivers. He's going very wide. Anthony Taylor sticking to that outside line.
On the door!
Track, getting that fourth outside smoothly into that fifth outside. A beautiful second transition with Kowalczyk kind of lacking behind, not able to get that same aggression with that transition that Anthony Taylor was able to. And across the line.
Yeah, you see Anthony Taylor over-rotating after that first transition nearly, but keeping it through there. And then Kowalczyk, he did sort of straighten on that last corner. And
unfortunately.
Yeah, and here we go, second half of the battle.
Kowalczyk leading in Anthony Taylor. Here we go. Kowalczyk in the E92, Anthony Taylor in the Hyundai Genesis, and we go firing into the first turn. Big transition from Kowalczyk with Anthony Taylor following very close behind, making sure to not let any gap open up between them. Staying on that outside line beautifully into the third outside and coming into the midsection coming nicely through that fourth outside clip. Beautiful second transition into the fifth with Anthony Taylor following close behind, letting zero space open up, not lagging behind at all, and across the line.
Amazing way to start off the first battle of the top 32 for the Scottish Virtual Drift Series.
That was definitely a good one. We were watching the replay.
The transition from both of these guys, both of them were on each other. Oh, and it looks like we've got a different replay on the right there. Oh, and we've got the right one.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, we are good. So,
but yeah, as you can see, Anthony Taylor was pushing the limits on that transition. But let's not take anything away from Kowalczyk here, as he basically did the exact same thing on his run. As you can see here, maybe not as close, but dived in, maybe tapped Anthony Taylor's front because of his over-rotation.
Yeah, looks like it actually.
Yeah, and it looks like a couple of taps. It looks like a couple of taps there, but Kowalczyk missing that last clip completely. Okay, here we go. Swipe him left for Anthony Taylor. Swipe him right for Daniel Kowalczyk. And Anthony Taylor gets the win in that high under Genesis.
The first battle of tonight, our victor is Anthony Taylor, moving on to our top 16 bracket, where he is going to be facing Jason Cote.
Yeah,
Jason Cote.
Next battle here is going to be James Young versus Artem Cholkov. It's going to
definitely be a good one.
Yes, and Artem Cholkov obviously fighting it away in Ukraine. He's the only one. He's one of many only people that has got light in Ukraine right now. So we're happy to have him here, and he's still fighting away.
Absolute trooper. Stay strong, bro. And here we go. James Young versus Artem Cholkov. James Young leading in that Mitch Gibbons PS13 with that 599XX following very close behind, strong into that first transition. Oh, and a big contact in that first transition coming into that third outside zone. Coming beautifully through this first section of the track, and he definitely saved it after that contact, but still, don't know how that's going to fare. Jimmy not fully filling that fourth outside zone. A nice transition into the fifth, but Artem
him across the line.
To stay right with him for the rest of the track and across the line. How'd you like that, Alex?
I'm speechless there. Like, Artem Cholkov just has all the fight tonight. But let's not take anything away from Youngie in that lead position. He did everything he needed to do, even getting punted around by that hefty 599 with no handbrake or shifter. And yeah.
Here we go for the second half of the battle. Lights going off. Artem Cholkov leading in, coming across the start line, coming smoothly through the starting chicane with Jimmy following very close behind. And here we go. Getting on throttle. Artem flying through that first initiation. A big transition into that second outside zone with Jimmy following very close behind. No space opening up between these drivers. Artem coming very smoothly into that third outside clip, smoothly through this first section of the track, coming beautifully into the middle section. A nice, huge transition, beautifully filling the fourth and fifth outside zones and across the line. Really staying on the outside for that entire run, Artem was. And Jimmy
I think
very close.
This was a very equal battle.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, Youngie doing everything that he needed to do in that chase position, as he didn't make no mistakes, but as you saw in Artem's chase, Artem did make a lot of mistakes there, hitting James Young a bit. But Artem pulling away on that lead line and doing a perfect lead line. Maybe the aggression was a bit too much from Artem, or maybe Youngie wasn't aggressive enough. We never know. We'll leave it down to the judges, I guess.
This might take the judges a second to decide on, because this was a rather close battle. But I think that contact from Cholkov in the chase is definitely going to sway their opinion one way or the other.
You think this could shake up the whole of the series right here? One of the big boys, VDC driver, getting taken out by a real life SDC driver.
There you go. That's gonna be something.
Do you see? Beautiful day out here. Well, night, let's say. And yeah, we've got the drivers gridded up here. You see a beautiful S14 over there with excellence on the side of it. We had a weird request. So in the drivers briefing, we asked the drivers what should we say about them. And the driver in that blue S14 wanted me to call him Daddy. Which,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Daddy Fry in the
Yeah.
S14 Koki. It's the Team Excellence S14 Koki with Stephen Hatcher of forget what team Stephen's part of, but
Sim
Steven
Magic.
is- well, there you go. Yep, a Sim Magic sponsored driver, Sim Magic ambassador. That car is absolutely incredible. Stephen puts some beautiful machines together with his RX-8 and his RX-7 that he runs in VDC. It's a beautiful combo to have. He is a rotary boy, indeed.
And who doesn't love a rotary? Come on now. They
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
so good. But let's see. Here we go.
Swipe them left for James Young. Swipe them right for Artem Chulkov, who will be taking the second battle. And 1, 2, 3 votes for Artem Chulkov, taking in the second battle of our top 32 here tonight. Going to be knocking out James Young from tonight's competition and moving on to the next bracket. This is that was definitely a good battle, and I hope that the drivers in our next battle, Sir Jordan Fry and Stephen Hatcher, can put on equally as much of a show. I'm excited for this one. I don't know about you, Alex.
I'm very excited for this one. Here we're going to see door-to-door action, and we're going to be screaming down the mic, so our throats are going to be gone by the end of this.
Yes, sir. I almost lost my voice yesterday, but we're good. All right, Jordan Fry coming across the starting line beautifully through the starting chicane with Stephen Hatcher following very close behind, letting no space open up between them before the start line.
Nice
Firing
transition.
through that initiation, a big transition from Jordan with Stephen falling very close behind. Nice and outside through that first section of the track with Jordan coming very smoothly into that middle section, beautifully filling that fourth and fifth outside zone. A nice transition with Stephen literally letting no space open up between them, completely on his door for that entire run. That was great.
Beautiful. I like that Picasso.
That was a very good one. Yeah, no, that was a beautiful run. And here we go. The driver's going to be switching around for the second half of the battle. Stephen Hatcher leading in Daddy Fry himself. Here we go. Stephen Hatcher coming across the line, coming through the starting chicane with Jordan Fry following very close behind. Getting started on his drift early. Stephen firing into that initiation. A big flick into that first transition with Jordan falling very close behind. No space opening up between them. Jordan very aggressive in his chase, even going inside to maintain that proximity. That's what we like to see. Stephen coming through this fourth outside. Beautiful flick into that fifth with Jordan. Zero space.
Let's go.
Behind Stephen, in between him and Jordan. That was a hell of a battle. That was great.
Nearly crashing into the barriers. The aggression from Jordan Fry coming around that last section of that course. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a truly incredible battle. We love it. That was great. Both drivers staying pretty much, very similar proximity through the entire track from both drivers in their chase.
You know what, Ian?
Yeah.
I want to see this again.
I honestly do.
Look at it.
I do.
Look,
I can
it's
definitely
perfect.
see it. I would love to see this battle again, but I can definitely see which way this might go.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. But, again.
They both had their ins and outs, and I think it would be more entertaining just to watch these guys, because they were door to door. There was zero mercy given during this battle. They were both trying to push it hard as they can and knock each other out, and that was just amazing there.
I know, that was truly great. Here we go. We're going to be having the replay, the big screen for Jordan leading and Stephen chasing. This was a hell of a battle. This
being the first competition that Stephen Hatcher is debuting that car in. And let's say that's one beautiful RX-8 there. Of course, him driving in real life in his RX-8. And he does pretty damn well in America over there. I'm pretty sure it's America. Sorry, Stephen, if I butchered that.
He might be a Canadian boy. I have no idea.
To be honest, now you say that, that's what I thought midway through I said that. He could be a Canadian boy.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
Either way.
But I know, like, I get confused with Canadians and Americans. I can't I pull apart the two unless they've got a really strong accent.
We are connected, but there is a fine line between America and Canada. All right, here we go. Swipe him left for Jordan Fry. Swipe him right for Steven Hatcher. OMT.
Yeah!
OMT and OMT. That's what we like to see. This is going to be a rerun of this battle. This is going to be a great time to watch. I know that this is what both Alex and I wanted to see because that was a very entertaining battle to watch. And
Let's go.
that was great. There we go.
Here we go. This is going to be another battle of the centuries here. And he is Canadian.
Yeah, there you go. Well, here we go. Papa Fry leading in. Steven Hatcher. America versus Canada. Who will take it to an S14 Cookie powered by 2JZ versus a 20B or RX8. So
Come on.
we'll be taking, and the lights are going off. Jordan Fry coming across the starting line and coming smoothly through the starting chicane with Steven Hatcher following very close behind, not letting any space open up before initiation and firing into that first turn with a big first transition from Jordan. Steven staying right on his door through this whole section, literally rubbing his wheel inside of his door, coming beautifully into that middle section with Jordan flying through that fourth outside, fully filling it. A big transition into that fifth with Steven right on his door for this entire run. That is what we like to see, ladies and gentlemen.
What? I'm speechless.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. That was incredible. Yeah.
That was amazing. I'm not going to lie. That's some of the best driving I've seen so far.
Yep. And we're
And
only,
this is only
3
the
battles
start.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is only the start, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another couple of hours of this, which, to be honest, I'm very excited for.
That's a mine. All right, here we go. Second half of the battle. Boys rolling through the starting chicane. Steven Hatcher firing into that first turn. Big transition into that second outside with Jordan Fry letting a little gap open up between them and Jordan closing that gap just as it opens. Kind of shallowing up to maintain proximity, but he's right on his door, rubbing wheel to wheel coming into this middle section with Steven Hatcher firing into that fourth outside clip. Second transition into that fifth and beautifully through the rest of the track with Jordan following close behind. That was great, Alex. That was a great one.
Beautiful battle from these two. But I feel like this time we're going to see someone come out on top. There was a couple mistakes from one of the drivers. I'm not going to say who yet. We're going to let that down to the judges. But I think we all know what's going to happen here. But both drivers putting on an amazing show and throwing down them two beautiful cars on the Driftland today.
Yeah, that was definitely good. And that is the type of battles we want to see tonight from all these drivers. And here we go. Swipe them left for Jordan Fry and right for Steven Hatcher. 1 vote, 2 vote, 3 votes. Steven Hatcher moving on to our top 32, knocking out Jordan Fry. I think that little space that opened up, that little gap that opened up in that first transition between Steven leading and Jordan chasing, I think that was the nail in the coffin for Jordan.
I agree. And also, it's just Steven Hatcher in that first battle. He was doing pretty well. He was dooring him. But this next battle, he was like, nah, I'm going to go full on with him. I ain't leaving no space between him. And that is the best chase I've seen so far during SVDS right now. We could see even better. We don't know. But that was astounding by Steven Hatcher. And let's not discredit Jordan Fry in that lead run, because that lead run was very, very good from Jordan Fry there, and he should take his medals away from this today and come back fighting for the next round.
Yes, sir. And here we're going to have, by the looks of it, John Elgood versus someone, definitely someone.
Alex Standings. Okay, so we're going to have another Driftland local here coming up. As you said, we're only getting started here. And it's going to be a big bang tonight. To see beautiful cinematic shots of the Driftland track.
We got a red-blooded American on the line with Sir Alex Standing coming up to pull up to the line to chase him. We have Stuart Mclellan's beautiful E36 in the chase with John Elgood's as well beautiful 400Z with the Jap speed livery on it.
Yeah,
we're going to see how these drivers do John Elgood to lead, Alex Standing to chase. And here we go, lights going off. John Elgood coming across the starting line and beautifully through that starting chicane. And here we go, firing into that first turn. John Elgood making sure to leave it all out on the track. A big transition into that second outside clip with Alex Standing following very close behind. Little gap opening up between these drivers, but Alex is trying to close it as quickly as he can and making sure to stay as close as he possibly can coming into the midsection. Beautifully through the 4th and 5th outside zones, coming nicely in this last section, and yeah, Standings was right there. That was
he just surprised me. I'm gonna admit, I didn't think he was gonna do that.
Well,
but he proved me wrong.
There you go.
That's massive respect there for Alex Standing. Like, he has improved so much over the last couple of months.
Yeah, he looks like an absolutely great driver. That was some great chasing from him. And here we go, where the drivers are going to be swapping around for the second half of this battle. Alex Standing leading in John Elgood, BMW E36 versus Nissan 400Z. Stuart McClellan's car versus this Jet Speed 400Z. And here we go, drivers coming across the line. Alex Standing coming through the starting chicane with John Elgood right behind him. Smashing on throttle, little contact coming into that first turn and a big transition from, oh my god, the big transition from Alex Standing with John Elgood following close behind. Another contact in that first transition coming into that third beautifully and nicely into the fourth. A little bobble from Alex in the lead, but here we go, John Elgood following very, very close behind this entire run, even to the point where he had a little bump, a little boop, if you will, on Alex at 2 points in that track. What do you think, Alex?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to watch the replay to see that boot because it could have pushed Alex Standings off the track, but I didn't really watch it. I'm gonna watch here. So if you see on that right side, Alex Standings. So where was the contact? It didn't really look like there was much contact. Look, there could have been some right there.
Yeah, no, I think so. Alex was leading. I believe that right as they initiated, there was a little contact from John. He gave him a little bump coming into that bit. And coming into that first transition, actually. So
yeah, see, that could have upset Alex Standings and caused him to go maybe even 3 wheels off there.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, brilliant show from Alex Standings here, though, and John Elgood as well. John Elgood being a quite well-known driver in the community, but he's coming out here supporting us, and yeah, he's doing pretty good. Both of these drivers could take the win here, and we don't know who until the drivers decide. No, the judges decide, actually. We don't want to let the drivers decide. We all know who.
That would be something. That would definitely be something. But to be fair, in the lead, I think Alex actually had some points where he was bobbling through the track, coming into that middle section, that fourth outside. He had a little bobble, a little correction, I think. Not necessarily correction, but I think he slowed down very suddenly, which caused Jean to kind of check up a little bit. So we'll see how that goes.
Very beautiful Jap Speed livery.
Yeah, that KNC Motorsports Jet Speed GT Radial Nissan 400Z with Alex Standing at Mclellan Motorsport E36. And who will take this? John Elgood on the left and Alex Standing on the right. 1 vote Alex, 2 votes Alex, and 1 vote John. Here we go. Alex Standing moving on to the top 32 bracket of tonight's competition, knocking out John Elgood. That was a hell of a battle, and I think that John's 2 little boops were enough to kind of seal his fate.
Yeah, and let's take notice here of Alex Standing's driving number. What a naughty boy. We see that bump was probably, that bump probably hit Alex off of the track, and that's why the judges deemed that at John Elgood's fault, which is a very fair call from the judges there.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
And we'll go on to the next battle, I think, maybe.
I just needed to turn down some of these cars because I cannot hear myself think over these cars. So, but we are good now. I am now at a good volume. Ready
Yeah.
for this next battle with John Harkins versus Chris Kessler. Oh, sorry.
No.
The next battle will be
Jason McCleary
Jason McCleary in that Mark IV Supra.
versus Jackson Lang.
Yeah, there we go. Jackson Lay in his S14 Koki with a 2JZ. Another D-Max kit on that one. And
Here we
here
go.
Oh, well, this is going to be a buy run from Jason McCleary. He's going to just probably have a nice and conservative run. Nice flick into that first turn, coming nicely into the midsection of this track. With a nice flick into that first transition. Beautifully through the midsection of the track. He's flashing his lights coming through. Here we go, coming into the middle section. Nice through that third and fourth outside zone. Nice little transition to the fifth. Just a good run. Just a nice conservative run.
Oh, dropping tires.
Oh, well, you know, he crossed the line, so that's all that matters in a buy run. So,
Yes,
there you go.
yes. And we already got the next battle up the line here.
Love to see it. And we have John Harkins in the VDC 2.0 S15 RB28 with Chris Kessler of Team Excellence following very close behind. Ryan doing a light check right now, just making sure the drivers are all good. And we're going to have a countdown any moment here.
And here we go.
John Harkins, Chris Kessler. Oh,
Oh.
well, seems we have a...
And Chris Kessler, everybody, is falling asleep at the line.
Yeah, he's snoozing. I don't know what really happened there, but you know, it's definitely a restart.
You can hear him snoring in the camera. You can hear it.
No, yeah, his snores are incredibly loud. As you know, Americans, we do tend to be quite obnoxious.
Yeah.
But here we go. John
Oh, he's
Harkins
woke up.
in the lead, and Chris Kessler in the chase. The lights going off. John Harkins leading in Chris Kessler through this starting chicane. Beautifully coming into the start of the track and firing into the initiation, completely missing that first outside clip and going inside, straightening out with a huge bobble going into the second and fully spinning out, making contact with Chris Kessler, pushing in his door. That is, now what do you want to see? I think, there was a, obvious advantage in that battle, but, you know, it's, we'll see what happens in the second. I think that may be I think John Harkins may have unfortunately sealed his fate with that, but we will
I don't know.
see.
Chris Kessler did hit him.
Yeah. Oh.
He hit him on the initiation.
Yes, I guess I missed that. I had a weird view, but
Yeah.
here we go. Switching around for the second half of this battle, Chris Kessler leading in John Harkins. We'll see what happens. Chris Kessler making sure I'm sure he's thinking I do not want to mess up right now because he has the 10-0 advantage right now. But here we go. Chris Kessler coming through the starting chicane with John Harkins following very close behind. Chris Kessler firing into that first turn with a huge gap opening up between him and John Harkins.
Where
Beautifully
is
into
John?
that first transition, coming into the middle section of that track, smoothly through that second and third outside, coming beautifully into second with John nowhere to be found. Chris beautifully filling
he's
that
up the
fourth and
bank.
fifth outside zone. Oh man! Oh god, John's had a mishap, crisscrossing the line beautifully, but John unfortunately not being able to follow him across the line with a big hill bomb. He did a little.
Looks like
bumpy on
if
the
it was true that Chris did hit him, it may be a one more time here.
Here we go. Hopefully, I do think that this will go in one direction, but we shall see, because I think that while Chris may have bumped him, I think that John Harkins' chase didn't do him any favors. So here we go. One vote Chris, 2 votes Chris, 3 votes Chris, and Chris Kessler is going to be moving on to our top 32 bracket, knocking out John Harkins tonight. This is going to be a good one to see in our top 30. Definitely.
Shaping up to be a good bracket here,
Most definitely.
as you will be able to see on screen anytime. I think we're getting very excited over here in the commentating tower.
Oh no, yeah, I'm absolutely like I cannot wait for these battles to happen because these
Here we go.
very good. Oh, okay, we're happening. It's going already. All right, Russell Jones leading in Jason Kingler beautifully through this first section of the track, with Russell coming very nicely through that third outside, coming into the middle section through the fourth outside, with Jacob Klinger opening up or letting no space open up between these two cars. And Russell coming nicely through that last section of the track and across the line, with Jacob Klinger making sure to follow very close behind, not letting any sort of gap open up between them that whole run. That was great.
So we did have a little bit of a mishap. We did only get to see like 3/4 of the battle, but from what we could see, it was a good battle.
Most definitely. I joined in right after the first transition, but here we go. Russell Jones and Jacob Klinger. Or Klingler. There we go.
Yes.
Swapping around. Jacob in the lead, Russell in the chase. Jacob in that beautiful C6 Corvette, and Russell in that particularly beautiful Team Excellence GR86. But here we go. Jacob Klinger. I'm not going to get that right. Flowing through the initiation fast into this first section of the track. A beautiful transition coming into that second outside zone, with Russell letting no space open up between them. Beautifully coming through this first section of the track. Nicely through that third outside.
Very close.
Big contact before the fourth outside, which is going to cause Jacob to completely spin out, unfortunately. But Russell is coming across the line, making it through the rest of the track. But I think that contact's not going to fare well for Russell there.
Yeah, I know. Klingler is the young one of the group. So if he does beat Russell here, it's going to be a bit embarrassing for Russell Jones here to lose to Jacob Klingler.
Yeah, it might be, but
Jacob Klingler, did he decel? I don't know.
I actually don't. I think it may be on Jacob. It may be on Jacob for a decel, but it might also be on Russell for being a little too aggressive in that chase there. But here we go, watching this replay on the big screen. Russell following very close behind Jacob. So this is obviously the run that the judges are going to be focusing in on, and we have the big contact happening coming into the middle section of the track, coming into that fourth outside. I think by the looks of it, it was a little bit of a dual fault. But here we go, swipe him left for Russell Jones, swipe him right for Jason Klinger, and 1 vote Jacob, 2 votes Jacob. And Jacob is going to be knocking out VDC driver Russell Jones out of this competition. Congratulations, Jacob. Moving on to our top 32 bracket. As I said, knocking out Team Excellence's very own Russell Jones. That's unfortunate. That's not how you want to see battles go. But sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, and we're going to be going through an ad break, and then we'll be on to the second half of the top 32.
Please stay tuned, stay with us. This will be a very quick break, and we will be right back into battles with Brandon Carter versus William Holloway for our first battle. Brandon Carter being a man that started out working in Pro Drift Academy UK, and he ended up starting his own action sports company called Frontside Supply, in which his team Frontside Racing was born to continue his passion in this beautiful sport that we all know and love, that is drifting. And we have Kyle Mohan Racing's very own William Holloway driving the KMR Mazda Tricks Renewable Lubricants 20B MX5 tonight in our competition. So this is going to be a hell of a battle once we come back after this short break. See you then.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
Welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Championship. Continuing on our top 32 bracket, the second half here, our final 16 drivers of the top 32 that are going to be moving on into the top 16 with our first battle being Sam Hudson versus Owen Maggs, who is a man who does some tasty rings, lad, and whose idol is Sir Connor Falvey, another driver in tonight's competition, who I actually cannot recall is whether he is in the top 32 or not, but we will see later in tonight's competition. But here we go. We have Owen Maggs in his beautiful Link ECU S15 with a Origin Lab Racing Line kit, and Sam Hudson in his E34 M5 sedan. That is a car
with a V10.
With a V10. Wow, I didn't even know that he kept the stock motor. That's great. That is even better.
Also, representing CRS racing community. And the car does have a twin-turbo S85 V10 engine.
We love it. We absolutely love it.
Of course I do.
Yeah, always. There we go. Hardstyle Drift Team versus CS Racing. Here we go.
Doing donuts in that big boaty E34.
Huge girl. Big girl. Definitely. Here we go. We have Owen Maggs on the start line, leading in Sam Hudson. S15 versus M5 BMW. And here we go. And Ryan doing the light check really quick before we let our drivers off for their first half of this battle. We're going to have Owen Maggs in the lead, Sam Hudson in the chase. Any moment now, and the lights going off. Owen Maggs coming across the start line beautifully through that starting chicane. Very smooth and slow with Sam Hudson right behind him, and firing into that first turn with a big first transit. That was a bouncy one coming into that second outside clip with Sam Hudson staying right on his door. Absolutely pushing his door through the first section of this track. Beautifully into that third, and Owen Maggs giving a nice line through this fourth, into the second transition, into the fifth outside, with Sam Hudson quite literally rubbing his wheel up on his fender through most of that section, or most of that track. That was great. That was absolutely great. What are your thoughts, Alex?
By Sam.
In what way? Just by how well he's performing?
Well, I haven't really seen Sam drive. And
Let's see.
The way he was talking in voice chat, he didn't have much confidence in himself. But he's just showed me right there that he can do this.
Dude,
but Owen Magner also being an amazing driver, and he doesn't really have that many hours between the two.
Yeah. Well, here we go. The second half of this battle, we'll see how this goes. Sam Hudson leading in. Owen Magner. Sam Hudson firing into that first section of the turn. A big transition, a slow rotation at angle coming into the second outside clip. But he's going to keep it steady coming through the rest of this track with a beautiful flow into that third outside clip and into the fourth, coming into the middle section of the track. A big flick from Sam, making it way more aggressive than that first one. But Owen Maggs following very close behind, a small gap opening up between these drivers through the track. But, you know, that's sometimes the best way, so you can maintain proximity in other ways. So
I don't know what's going to happen here. I honestly do not know.
I truly don't either. Yeah. Owen Maggs going for and we have contact. Oh man, Sam Hudson going for a little victory lap, or the other way. But you know, Sam Hudson and Owen Maggs doing some tasty rings. There we go. We like to see it. Doing some rings lap before.
Oh dear.
Get these for the judges' call as these boys get down in their Irish way. Love to see it. And here we go. Swiping left for Sam Hudson. Swiping right for Owen Magner. And 1 vote Magner, 1 vote, 2 votes Magner, 3 votes Magner. And we're going to have Owen Magner moving on to our top 32 bracket tonight, knocking out Sam Hudson. Congratulations, Owen. That was great driving from both drivers. That was, yeah, I think Sam should definitely not beat himself up so much, because that was some driving. That was great.
He put up a fight.
Yeah, no, that was a great battle. That was truly great driving for both drivers. And yeah, drifting was the winner there. That was great. You'd love to see.
I want to see more of Sam. I really do.
Definitely do as well. I completely agree.
As well as Owen Magna. I can't wait to watch him in the top 16. It's going to be very entertaining. But the next battle we are going to have to get onto.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. We have Frontside Racing's very own Brandon Carter versus Kyle Mohan Racing's William Holloway in that KMR Mazda Tricks 20B MX-5. The renewable lubricants 20B MX-5, I may add.
Which is an amazing car.
Yes, as many of you know, Kyle runs that car in real life in competitions like Hot Pit Autofest over in Southern California. So you'd love to see it. It is it's great to see that car out on track, driven by a great driver like William Holloway. So he does that car justice. But here we go. The lights going off. Brandon Carter leading in William Holloway for the first half of this battle. And his S15 with William Holloway falling very close behind. And kind of rubbing his bumper as they go into this initiation. But Brandon firing into that first turn beautifully through the big transition into that second outside clip with William literally rubbing his door through this entire first section of the track. A small tire drop from Brandon coming into that third, which causes him to slow down coming into the middle section and into the fourth outside. Big flick from both drivers coming into that fifth, with William definitely having to check up a little bit because of that wheel drop or that tire drop that Brandon had, but come across the line, and that was great first half of the battle. What do you think, Alex?
I do think that contact did make Brandon Carter go off the track there, and
yeah,
it's all going to be down to the second half of the battle. If Brandon can just keep it close, he might get the win on this one.
I think he just might, but here we go. Kyle Mohan Racing's William Holloway with Frontside Racing's Brandon Carter following very close behind. A big transition. Brandon completely straightening in the face. Oh no! That's not what you want to see at all. But he's getting it back together, coming into the middle section of this track. William Holloway coming nicely into that fourth outside, beautifully into that fifth, with that small little Miata, and Brandon following very close behind, cleaning up his run after that straightening the first bit, but I don't think that's going to be enough to overrule his zero from the straight, and that is very unfortunate.
I do not know what's going to happen here.
Neither do I. I think definitely have a slight advantage in my head, and we will see if that unfolds, because yeah, it's that was a great battle. That was definitely a great battle. Some sketchy bumps, some sketchy chases, but fantastic driving from both drivers. And yeah, that's as well as beautiful cars. I did some of the tuning on Brandon's 2J before this battle, so it was great to do that thing as smooth as it does. So.
Doing some tasty rings there from an Englishman, which is very weird.
There you go. Letting out his Irish spirit. All we need is a little cone in the middle.
Yeah.
We could have a designated rings corner where there's a little cone and everybody sits right now.
With a picture of Adam LZ as a stick figure. Yeah, rings lad!
A cardboard cutout of James Dean that is with his Hachiroku. With his 8.6. That would be completely prime. That would be amazing. But we're waiting on a verdict from the judges. And, I'm just sitting here looking at Williams' beautiful MX-5. It's a very nice looking car. I've always really liked that car. One of my very close friends drives Will Sampson, as many of you may know. You saw him yesterday driving an NA Miata, but he has his pro car, or his competition car, is a four-rotor powered ND MX-5, which is the replica of Mad Mike's car. So that is a hell of a machine. But just like that, this car is the three-rotor version, and William is doing Kyle justice by driving the hell out of this thing in this competition with those extremely wide fenders, may I add. So,
yeah. This car looks like I sat on top of it.
Yeah. Oh,
which,
man.
which is quite accurate, because
It kind of spread out. It sponged out.
yeah, it's lowered and widened.
Yes.
And that's exactly what happens when a large object sits on a little object.
There you go.
And yeah, we'll be waiting for the judge's decision here. They're taking a long, hard look at this.
Yeah, definitely. That was a hard battle to judge.
Showing off his lights. Very nice, aggressive looking lights there on that car.
Yeah. Very aggressive looking car.
I don't think Low Origin is going to like the fitment on the front of that MX-5.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Low Origin likes their thing and likes their cars tucked to the max, which is respect.
I can feel the air getting cold because there is not good fitment.
Yes, there is a presence with us from Low Origin. But here we go. The drivers lining up right before the start line, waiting for the verdict of this battle. Beautiful ND MX-5 and a beautiful...
As we say, it's not you shall not pass, it's you shall not scrape.
There you go. Yep. And William Holloway might be testing his luck there with the whole scraping here. Oh, we have one vote for an OMT. And one vote for Brandon Carter. And one other vote for an OMT. This is going to be a re-running battle. One more time decision between Brandon Carter and William Holloway. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting here.
This will be a great battle. I'm honestly happy to see this run again because these guys kick ass out on the track and they're doing a great job with their respective driving and in their respective cars. Frontside Racing S15 and the Kyle Mohan Racing Renewable Lubricants 20B MX-5. Coming up to the line again, getting ready to line up for the second rerun of their battle. The one more time decision. So here we shall see. We have Brandon Carter leading, William Holloway to chase.
I can't wait for this one.
Here we go. Yep, neither can I. And here we go. Lights going off. Brandon Carter coming across the starting line with William Holloway following very close behind. Brandon Carter firing it into that first turn, fully filling that first outside clip, sorry. And big first transition with William following very close behind, letting no room open up between them, rubbing his wheel on his rear quarter panel. And Brandon keeping a smooth line for William to follow. A small checkup, it looks like, coming into that middle section, but beautifully into that fourth and fifth. Nice second transition and staying wide on the rest of that track at the last section with William following just as close as he possibly can. That was great.
Yeah, and that little MX-5 can fit anywhere.
Yeah, truly.
And Brandon's car looking so aggressive on the front of that beautiful S15 with one of a very good wheel on that car that you can buy from KDKustoms 59 North.
KDKustoms UK custom wheels, but here we go for the second half of this battle. Kyle Mohan Racing's William Holloway fired into the first turn, but that's going to be a huge contact coming into that first transition from Brandon, slamming into Williams' door. I think that Miata might need to go back to pits.
We need recovery truck.
Unfortunate.
Get the forklift.
Get the forklift, everybody. Get the tow truck out. We're going to have to get it back onto the trailer. That's very unfortunate. Not how you want to see it go. I think Brandon feels a little bad. Yeah.
Oh, look, he's even went into the seat.
Oh, yes. There he goes.
I think William Holloway drivers is too big for the seat, so he is stuck into the seat now after that contact.
Yeah. I think he's been welded into his seat, but here. I don't know if any damage happened to Holloway's car, but we will find out. Carter with a big contact first transition, but we will see. Swipe him left for Brandon Carter, white for William Holloway. 3 votes. William Holloway taking the win, moving on to our top 32 bracket tonight, and knocking out Frontside Racing's Brandon Carter. Kyle Mohan Racing is victorious today. Our top 32 bracket. So
yeah, and sadly after that contact, Brandon Carter just threw away the win there, sadly.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate day for Brandon Carter. But we live and we learn, and hopefully we'll see him for the round 2.
Yeah, that was fantastic driving from both drivers. I think Brandon may have just gone a little too hard in his chase on that first transition, which caused him to make contact with William. But we are moving on to our next battle. David McKeever, Carbon Drift Team's very own, and versing Benjamin Ricarte of Southwest Drift Team. So here we go. Ryan doing a little light check with David ready in that 466 Mass Motorsports powered GT86 with the beautiful HGK kit. And here we go. Ricarte Benjamin chasing in David McKeever, flying off the line, actually, coming into that starting chicane. With David McKeever stopping on the gas, beautifully. And he's coming into the first section of the track. A very snappy transition coming into the second outside zone. Ricarte is kind of struggling to keep behind him. McKeever beautifully coming through the middle section of the track, nicely through that third outside clip, and beautifully into the fourth. Very nice, snappy transition into that fifth, staying on the outside line, going over the line slightly, but you know, he's still wide, and Ricarte really struggling to catch up for that entire run, unfortunately. Don't know if that was an error on Ricarte not starting, or not getting on throttle early enough in the initiation, or something like that, not following him close enough through the starting chicane, something like that, but you know. You live, you learn, so it's okay. We'll see for the second half of this battle. Benjamin Ricarte leading in David McKeever for our second half of this top 32 battle. I believe that is definitely a supercharged V8 under that BMW's hood. And as I said earlier, 466 Mass Motorsports V8 under the hood of that GT86. But we will see what happens here. Drivers coming through the starting chicane. Benjamin Ricarte, a big flick, but a slight slowdown after that first outside clip, which causes David
straightened!
And he completely has straightened coming into that
he's done a jump crease!
He's on the bank, oh no! And David McKeever coming into the middle section of the track, coming through the fourth outside, beautifully flicking into the fifth, coming through the last section of this track, filling that outside line just as we like, and crossing the line. Very unfortunate.
As we like to say, you can't park there, sir.
So you can't park there.
I know I can. And yeah, he just parked it on the bank. And threw it away.
That was not what you want to see. That was definitely a busted up left rear clip there.
It looks like you just understeered. If you look here, just understeer, keeping on the power, and went straight up the bank.
Yeah, he understeered coming through that first transition.
I think he took out the camera.
I think he may have. I think one of our cameramen may actually be hospitalized now, which is not good. But it's just sometimes how crazy things get at Driftland. Love to see it. Crazy drifting, always aggressive. You gotta love it. Every bit of it. But you know, here we are. Swipe left for David McKeever. Swipe right for Benjamin Ricarte. 1 vote McKeever, 2 vote McKeever, and 3 votes McKeever, which is going to mean Carbon Drift Team's David McKeever is going to be knocking out Southwest Drift Team's Benjamin Ricarte in tonight's top 32 battle, and he is going to be moving on to our top 16. David will be, just confirming. But
bad to see him get knocked out like that.
Yeah, you don't like to see that ever. You never like to see drivers go out with a crash or go out with some technical or mechanical difficulty happening. That's just not what you want to see. You want to see drivers putting down their absolute pinnacle best runs against each other and putting it all out on the track. That's what you want to see, but that's not always how it goes. Sometimes mishaps happen. But here we go. All right, well, we're already straight into the second battle. Connor Espel leading in Jackson Lay, both in S14. Oh, actually, Connor Espel in S14 Koki and Jackson Lay in his beautiful. Whoa, Kevin Schwartz, not Jackson Lay.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin Schwartz.
I was mixed up by the stream. But here we go. Connor Espel beautifully through the first section of this track, coming into the middle section, beautifully into the fourth outside zone. A big flick into that fifth with Kevin Schwartz not letting any room open up. A slight straighten from Kevin coming into this last section and across the line. We will see what happens, because that was a very good run from Connor, but I think at a lot of points Kevin Schwartz was unfortunately lacking in his chase. Oh well, I don't know what we're doing here. Yeah. We're doing something though. Doing a quick sight lap, are we? Lads,
You still have half of the battle to go, boys. But I can respect the rings.
I don't know. Maybe they did the first half of their battle in their imagination.
Yeah, truly. Apparently one of them has taken the win already in their heads because they don't need to run the second half of this battle, but, you know, we do love some rings, so...
Might have been a technical issue here.
Yeah.
Oh, nearly ended up on the bank.
Yeah, damn near.
Nice rings from the German driver and the Irish driver here.
Love it.
Nearly not see so much smoke here at Driftland. And if you ever want to go to Driftland, you have a car, I'll check out Driftland's Facebook page or website, and you should get yourself booked up as well. There is a winter battles coming up, which I would definitely go to. It's going to be so entertaining, and all the events are at Driftland. Of course, many people go there. It's a well-known track, but you know, I haven't even been myself. Did you know that, Ian?
Oh, really? To Driftland?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
I repent my sins.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, living, because you're in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, sure one time we'll get out there, though.
Definitely, for sure.
Oh, I see. So apparently we did miss that first half of the battle, unfortunately. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to have swipe left for Connor Espel, swipe right for Kevin Schwartz. 3 votes for Connor Espel, which is going to mean hard style drift teams. Connor Espel is going to be moving on to our top 32, knocking out Kevin Schwartz. And that Nissan S15. S14 Koki versus an S15. It's, yeah, it's a great battle, but unfortunately it did not go in Kevin's favor that time. I think that straightened out in his chase may have not done him many favors at all, but we will see. Moving on to our next battle, we have Stanislav Tarasov versus Connor Falvey, the idol of Sir Owen Maggs, the man himself, in yet another S15 with a racing line kit, an Origin Lab racing line kit.
Yeah, and son of legendary drifter Tomas Falvey.
Oh, well, there you go.
Both guys doing very well in Ireland in the IRL drift scene. Connor Falvey driving around 500 horsepower RBS 15.
Oh, beautiful.
Which
I'd love to see it.
He has competed in DMIC with, well, in Mondello. So I'm very happy to see him out here doing some virtual drifting and having fun.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Connor Falvey lining up in the lead position in that beautiful racing line S15 Silvia with, I'm going to assume, an RB under the hood. And he's a driver for Hardstyle Drifting and Marcel Studzinski. It's looking like our boy's not... Oh, never mind. There he is. Just as I say it, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Connor Falvey leading in Marcel Studzinski. It is a Nissan Silvia S15 powered by an RB motor versus Marcel Studzinski in his Mast Motorsports V8 powered E46. HGK E46, I may add. I believe Marcel drives for Team Locked and Loaded.
Nope.
Which is Martin. Oh, really?
No.
Oh, well, I was mistaken. I believe Marcel might actually be a free agent. I saw the sticker on the back of the car, and I was...
Yeah, that is my fault. I secretly put a sticker on the car without him knowing.
Snuck it on there, yeah, just for Martin Crowley's sake.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Shout out Martin Crowley, by the way. But here we go. Connor Falvey on the line, leading in. Marcel Studzinski in the chase. Here we go. Lights going off. Connor Falvey crossing the start line, coming through the starting chicane. Marcel making sure to stay right behind him through the starting section. And Connor Falvey stomping the throttle, coming through this first section of the track beautifully through that first outside clip. A big big flick from Connor into that second outside with Marcel kind of checking up. Oh, a big gap opening up between these drivers. Marcel kind of dropping into the inside to kind of catch up there. But Connor coming beautifully into this middle section, nicely through that fourth and fifth outside zones. And big
dive.
second flick. Yep, a huge second flip from Connor with Marcel falling close behind it and across the line. Oh, a little bump after the line, but never hurt nobody, but, you know, other than the car. But here we go. We will see what happens in the second half of this battle. Connor Falvey is going to be chasing in Marcel Studzinski. Marcel in his HGK E46 and Connor in the beautiful RB S15. Lambo Racing Line kit.
Yeah, so both drivers doing very well in the first half of the battle, and we'll get onto the second half when we swap them around.
Indeed. Just waiting for the judges' call right now, waiting for the judges to be ready. And we'll get started here.
All right, lights going off. Marcel Studzinski across the line, coming into the starting chicane with Connor Falvey following very close behind. No gap opening up between these drivers before the starting line, and firing into that initiation. Marcel, a big send into that second outside clip. That is what we love to see. And Marcel coming nicely through this first section of the track, beautifully through this third outside zone, coming nicely into the midsection. Nicely fully filling that fourth outside, and nice second transition into the fifth with Connor Falvey falling very close behind and across the line. Both drivers filling all zones and nicely getting out to that outside section of the track in the last bit. You'd love to see it.
Very nice driving from Falvey there in the chase position, and same for Studzinski. And
I think Studzinski's chase was a bit more lacking than Connor's was, unfortunately. Which may dock him some points. But I think it was just because there was a little checkup in the first section of the track, which caused him to drop inside to catch up to Falvey, so. But here we go, doing some tasty rings. Some rings, lad. On the track. You love it. Marcel Studzinski, Connor Falvey.
A very, very interesting battle there from these two drivers.
Yes, indeed. And now they are intimately staring into each other's eyes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Waiting for the verdict on this battle.
And here we go. Swiping left for Connor Falvey. Swiping right for Marcel Studzinski. 1 vote Falvey, 2 votes Falvey, and 3 votes Connor Falvey of Hardstyle Drift Team. Moving on to the top 16 bracket of tonight's competition, knocking out Sir Marcel Studzinski, who is
very good driving.
Yes, that was incredible driving from both drivers. That was great. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. But here we go. Straight into the next battle. We have Kian Reddy leading in Stanislav Tarasov. Here we go. Kian Reddy in the Drift Games RPS 13 and Stanislav in the beautiful one of the 599XX boys. But here we go. Nice. Oh, a huge flick from Kian into that first transition, which causes him to nearly spin out, but he saves it coming into the first section of this track. Nicely into the third outside clip and beautifully coming into the fourth. A nice transition from Kian and from Stanislav.
Like
Yeah, that was, oh man, Stanislav is making sure to let no room open up to that last section of the track to seal his deal and make sure that he was the victor of that half of the battle.
Yeah, very good driving from both drivers there. Didn't really see the first half as I was doing something, but we will see how this fares.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. The driver swapping around, lights going off. Stanislav Tarasov leading in. Kian Reddy. Oh, okay, we have a little false start on the line, or a little hiccup. But here we go. Stanislav Tarasov. Oh, okay. Something happened.
Will be a restart, it looks like, as they stopped before the initiation line. Perfectly before.
Well, there you go. That was actually very nicely timed. That's, you see a restart there because there was a little hiccup looking like on the start line. So, well, here we go. Stanislav Tarasov leading in Kian Reddy.
Stanislav coming nicely through that starting chicane with Kian following very close behind as they fire into that initiation. Stanislav hard on throttle coming into the first transition. A big flick from Stanislav. Slightly more stable than Kian, and Kian making sure to follow very close behind through this first section of the track nicely into that third outside clip. With Stanislav wrapping it around, coming into the fourth, and Kian fully straightening his chase. That is not what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Stanislav finishing off the rest of the track nicely, sticking to that outside line, but I think that straighten is going to cost Kian his advantage, which is unfortunate. But, we have...
Very sad sight there from Kian. Kian pushing as hard as he can.
And all right, well, the judges already have a verdict, which means that was a quick call. Kian ready on the left, Stanislav Tarasov on the right, and 3 votes for Stanislav Tarasov, which is going to mean he knocks out Sir Kian Reddy out of this competition. And, moves on to the top 16 and then beautiful 599XX.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Kian Reddy of hardstyle drifting. That's not how you want to see it go. Don't want to see some technical difficulties or anything like that.
Yes.
We shall see. All right. Well, we have our second battle is going to be Sir Daniel Andreev versus Rodrigo Carvalho. A beautiful Vertex Lang S15 with a IS300 with, I do not know that kit because I do not know IS300 kits, but I know that both of them are powered by 2 JZs. And
I'm pretty sure the IS is powered by an RB.
Oh, even better, even better. Okay, you'll love to see it. An RBIS. I remember that from yesterday now. All right.
Yeah.
So we have Daniel Andreev representing himself in tonight's competition, leading in Rodrigo Carvalho representing Portugal Drift Virtual. So you're going to want to pay attention to this battle because this is going to be a good one. So here we go. Daniel Andreev lining up on the line. Rodrigo Carvalho. Lights going off. Daniel Andreev crossing the start line, coming through the starting chicane with Rodrigo following right behind him. Make sure no gap opens up before the start line. Firing into the initiation, coming very fast in the first section of the track. A big transition from Daniel, a slight bobble from Rodrigo in the chase, causing him to even straighten out for a second. But huge angle coming into this middle section of the track with Andreev nicely filling that fourth outside. Beautifully into the fifth with Rodrigo falling very close behind, cleaning up
pushing him across the line.
Yeah, that was definitely what we'd like to see, getting out super wide, just as wide as you can at that last section of the track, and using up all of the track in the best way possible for the maximum style.
I'm not getting very excited because I just saw a pink S15 and you know what time that means.
I do indeed know what time that means. So, I look forward to the next battle. We are going to have Sir Lucas Monks and Roberto Camusoni in this next battle, but we still have the second half of Sir Daniel Andreev chasing in Rodrigo Carvalho of Portugal Virtual Drift. Or Drift Virtual, sorry. And here we go. Rodrigo crossing the starting line, coming through the starting chicane with Daniel Andreev falling very close behind, rubbing his bumper on Rodrigo as they come into the initiation. Right on Rodrigo's door, coming into this first section of the track. This is what we love to see. Oh my God, he's right with him coming through this first section of the track, nicely into that third. Rodrigo fully filling that third and fourth. Almost fully filling the fourth outside zone. I spoke too soon. But yeah, Andreev is staying right with Rodrigo through that entire run. That was beautiful. Rodrigo putting down a very clean and nice lead for Daniel to chase. That was the type of battles you want to see, and we have Rodrigo doing some tasty rings at the top, and I believe Daniel's probably, by the looks of things, going to come down and do some tasty rings himself in the front of the track.
Andreev just not backing off and pushing onto that door.
Yeah, that was a hell of a battle.
That was
definitely. Yeah. Watching over these replays, we see that.
You see that transition?
That was insane.
He took the paint off of Rodrigo's bumper.
Truly. Yeah, and Rodrigo, unfortunately, had that little bobble in his chase, which might swing the battle. But here we go. Daniel Andreev, swipe it left for Daniel Andreev. Swipe it right for Rodrigo Carvalho. 1 vote Daniel, 2 votes Daniel, 3 votes Daniel, which means Daniel Andreev, representing himself, is going to be knocking out Portugal Drift Virtuals Sir Rodrigo Carvalho. Congratulations, Daniel, and we look forward to seeing you in our top 16 brackets.
There we go, on the last battle of top 32, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, sir. All right, Lewis Monks leading in Roberto Camisoni, a UK boy versus an Italian boy. We love it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very good battle here between these two drivers. Lewis Monks being a very good and proven driver, and Camisoni coming out of nowhere and winning his battle yesterday with a bang.
Yeah, that was great. But here we go. Lewis has taken off the entire rear clip, the entire rear panels of his car, but here we go, firing into that first section of the track.
On the door!
Beautiful. Oh, Camisoni checking up because he got a little too close on that first transition, which causes him to have to catch up coming through this first section of the track. Nicely into the third from Lewis, beautifully coming into the fourth, pretty much fully filling it, and a big flick into that fifth outside zone, nicely filling it with Roberto following close behind, but struggling to keep that very close proximity as that checkup in the start really caused him some problems. Not what you want to see, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, and it might be a bit of a disadvantage for the chase driver there, as Lewis did take the rear end off, and when you take the rear end off, he does have no brake lights.
Yes, indeed.
So he could have a problem with that.
Yeah, that is actually a good point. I didn't really think of that. I thought that he would have a brake strip on the top, but
I think he does, but
still.
Yeah. But it might... He's...
Well, here we go. Lights counting down. Roberto Camisoni leading in. Lewis Monks for the second half of this battle. HGK GT86 with a Riascio Factory S15 chasing him beautifully into this first section. A huge flick from Roberto, and Lewis following very close behind, matching his angle and keeping constant proximity through this first section of the track, nicely into that third outside. Oh, a slight straighten from the drivers coming into this middle section of the track. Nicely.
Oh, no!
Nice flick into the fifth, but I don't know what happened there coming into the middle section of the track. That was a little weird. And across the line, that was fantastic driving from both drivers, but I think that, oh, and well, there you go. Lewis has put on his rear.
Shout out to his pit crew for getting the rear end on that fast.
Yeah, truly. They were hiding in his trunk, his little trunk monkeys that were ready to put back the panels on his car. So there you go. We have Lewis Monks doing some tasty rings with Rodrigo Camisoni following close behind as we watch over the replays for this last battle. That was a great battle. Oh, well, we already have a verdict. Swipe him left for Lewis Monks, swipe him right for Roberto Camisoni. 1 vote Lewis, 2 votes Lewis, and 3 votes Lewis Monks, which means he is going to be knocking out Sir Roberto Camisoni of Original Italian Drift Team. And Sir Lewis Monks of Hardstyle Drift Team is going to be moving on to
there we go.
The top 16 bracket. And here is your top 16 bracket for tonight. We have Jason Coate versus Anthony Taylor as our first battle. Artem Chulkov versus Stephen Hatcher for our second. Alex Standing versus Jason McCleary as our third. Chris Kessler versus Jason Klinger as our fourth. And then we have William Holloway versus David McKeever for the fifth battle. Connor Espel versus Connor Falvey. 2 Connors for the sixth one. And we have Stanislav Tarasov versus Daniel Andreev for the seventh. And then we have our final battle of the top 16 being Lewis Monks versus Owen Magner. We will be back in a minute, slight intermission, but we will be back very soon. Stay tuned for Scottish Virtual Drift Series, and we look forward to seeing you in a minute.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Back on, sit over to some archbishop. Them no bad. Who them
You know I suggest. Suggest. Let's go.
I'll be irritating.
skate, girl, tonight.
Everyone, and welcome back to the top 16 of Scottish Virtual Drift Series. Sadly, Ian is not here for this first battle, but he will be back momentarily. But for now, I will be commentating this battle, so we're going to have a good bit of fun. It seems that we have two very good looking cars on the start line, and we're going to have Jason Coate in the lead, I'm guessing, and Anthony Taylor in the chase. Of course, that beautiful Jap Speed E36 and Anthony Taylor in that nice blue Hyundai Genesis. And we'll wait for Rise to do the light check, and they will be off any second now. Of course, these drivers all gridding up to the right, as you can see, a lot of very good and unique cars. As well, if you haven't yet, make sure to like and subscribe to the Driftland TV channel, and you'll get a lot more content. And here we go, they are off. Jason Coate in the lead and Anthony Taylor in the chase. Jason Coate, nice initiation. Anthony Taylor a bit inside there, but Jason Coate, nice transition. Maybe a bit of contact there, but Jason Coate goes up the bank a tiny bit. But Anthony Taylor pushing Jason Coate around the second corner here, coming around into clip 4. Nice there, proximity from Anthony Taylor, but Jason Coate on a beautiful lead line, pulling away on that transition, but Anthony Taylor not backing off and diving back in and across the finish line they go. Nice lead line there from Jason Coate, and the faultless chase there from Anthony Taylor. We'll swap them around. We'll put Anthony Taylor in the lead and Jason Coate in the chase. And yeah, we'll see how they get on. We'll wait for Rise and Ryan to do the light, and we should be off again. Of course, all these drivers fighting for the prize. There's a prize for if you win, and there we go. They're off. Anthony Taylor in the lead, Jason Coate in the chase, and that Jap Speed E36. Nice initiation from Anthony Taylor there. Jason Coate diving in on a transition onto Anthony Taylor's door, but over rotates, taking off angle to get back to Anthony Taylor, but Anthony Taylor not phased at all, pushing that lead line around Driftland right now. Oh, and Jason Coate, oh, and Anthony Taylor over rotates. I wonder what's happened there. Jason Coate maybe was lagging and hit Anthony Taylor, but it just seemed that Anthony Taylor over rotated there. We'll have to look at the replay and watch this. Right, so you see Anthony Taylor, nice transition coming through here. Jason Coate on the door, but over rotates a little bit, but it gets off of angle, catches back up to Anthony Taylor. Comes down here into the decel zone, comes around, and Jason Coate comes around here. Oh yeah, and there was contact. So it looks like that is going to be deemed at Jason Coate's fault there for that contact. And it might give Anthony Taylor the win there just because of that. Of course, a full run from Anthony Taylor in his chase and lead. But Jason zeroing out Anthony Taylor on his chase there. And you can see by the side-by-side, it was going to be a really good battle and a hard one to judge. But there was a bit of contact with Anthony Taylor in his lead chase position as well. But it did not cause a zero. So I think we know what way this is going to go here. And we're just waiting for the judges to give us a call. Of course, thank you to our sponsors, Driftland, Edmonstone Garage, Dorifest, Violent D, Trade Parts, Northeast Limited, TD Tyres, Spelthorne Community Tennis Centre, Scope Branding, Mclellan Motorsport, KDKustoms, Haltech ECU, and yeah, thank you for the sponsors for supporting us. And here we go. Swipe 'em left for Jason Coate. Swipe 'em right for Anthony Taylor. 1, 2, 3. And Anthony Taylor gets the win in that beautiful Hyundai Genesis. But sadly, Jason Coate is going to have to go home in that Jap Speedy 36. It's going to be sad to see him go. But Anthony Taylor just kept it more consistent there. And yeah, we'll be moving on to the next battle. Beautiful shot here of Driftland at night. Of course, thanks to all the Driftland staff for getting the track set up and ready for tonight. Here we go. Next battle, Artem Cholkov versus Stephen Hatcher. Artem Cholkov in the lead, Stephen Hatcher in the chase. Very two beautiful looking cars. Artem Cholkov with a nice initiation, very deep in that clip, but Stephen Hatcher diving in on that transition, not as close as he needs to be, but 599 pulling away from Stephen Hatcher here, but Stephen Hatcher pushing Artem Cholkov around the second, third corner here, and very nice proximity there from Stephen Hatcher, but Artem Cholkov running a beautiful lead line in that Ferrari 599 XE with that Ukraine paint. Stephen Hatcher being sponsored and part of Team Sim Magic, running a very good DD wheelbase there. And of course, Artem Cholkov in that Ferrari 599X, which is a very rare car to see out here in real life, but in virtual scene, it's a very popular car. So we'll see a lot of them during the battles here. And we'll swap them around. It'll be Stephen Hatcher in the lead, Artem Cholkov in the chase. We'll be waiting for Ryan to do the lights. A start, Marshall. And it looks like we are off. Stephen Hatcher in the lead, Artem Cholkov in the chase. Artem Cholkov not leaving no space on the initiation. Artem Cholkov dooring Stephen Hatcher, but Stephen Hatcher on a beautiful initiation there. Artem Cholkov diving in onto Stephen Hatcher's door. But Stephen Hatcher is not backing off and he's trying to pull away from that big Ferrari 599. But Artem Cholkov is not giving him any breathing room on the bumper on transition. And contact and sends him into the gravel trap. And he hits the wall! Oh no! The RX-8 is ruined!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry I have returned. I needed some coffee. And
You
I
have
sprinted
just
to go
missed.
get it.
You have just missed a monumental battle.
Oh no. Oh, between Cholkov and Hatcher, I'm sure I did.
Yeah, look at the end here of this battle.
Just watching over the replays right now. Oh man, yeah, they were so close this entire battle. That's impressive.
Yeah, Artem Cholkov, sadly, it was such a good chase, but then he tapped him and sent him into the gravel trap. Boom! We just had another situation hitting the wall there.
Alright, well, we're just waiting for the judge's verdict here.
Yeah, I have lost my back. I have nearly lost my voice from commentating them 2 runs.
Oh,
Jesus,
yes.
I don't know how you do that. I'll take a sip of my Monster Energy here.
Alright, we'll swipe it left for Artem Cholkov, swipe it right for Stephen Hatcher. 1 vote Hatcher, 2 votes Hatcher, 3 votes Stephen Hatcher takes the win. Sim Magic's very own driver, Stephen Hatcher, takes the win over Artem Cholkov, which will mean he is knocking out Artem, and Steven is moving on to our top 8, our Great 8 bracket next.
Look forward to seeing him in that. That'll be great.
Yes, very good drivers there. We seem to have a lot of big battles here. Like even in the top 64 yesterday, and another driver that's right here. Jason McCleary.
Well, here
Jason
we go.
McCleary competed against Cameron Mustard, which that is a final battle right there.
Yes. No, yeah, most definitely.
And it
We
looks
have
like
Alex Standing leading and Jason McCleary in the chase. Alex Standing in the Stuart McLellan Motorsport E36, running about 800 wheel horsepower in real life. Out of that
Yes.
M52 or S54, I forget which one it is, but it's one of the two. And we always love seeing that car.
very beautiful car built by track
Yeah.
manager Stuart McLennan.
Indeed.
And here we go, they are off.
go.
And it seems like the camera's not tracking the drivers. Oh, here we go.
So we have Alex Standing leading in, flicking massively into that first turn with Jason McCleary staying right on his door, absolutely
Pushing him.
pouring him through this first section of the track, coming nicely into that third outside clip with Jason McCleary wrapping it around, staying on Standing's door with his tire coming into the midsection of the track, coming into that fourth and fifth outside clip. Very nice flick from both drivers. Nice
Jason
and aggressive,
McCleary pushing
fast,
him across the line.
completely staying to the outside of that line, McCleary making sure to stay right on Alex's door that entire run. That was great.
Insane chase driving there from McCleary and a really nice lead run from Alex Standing there.
Truly.
And yeah, I am speechless. I'm getting so excited for these battles, and I think I'm going to lose my voice by the end of tonight.
Well, here we go. Drivers coming across the line through the starting chicane. Jason McCleary leading in. Alex Standing. Jason McCleary firing into that first turn. Big flick transit. Oh, with Alex Standing kind of giving him a nudge. Maybe that was an over-rotation from Jason McCleary, but we'll see after this. Alex Standing staying with Jason McCleary coming through the midsection of the track, or into the midsection of the track through the first outside zone. Nicely into that first. A huge flick from Jason.
Wow.
Big angle. Alex slowly matching his angle, but coming through the last section of the track and across the line. Beautiful driving from both drivers. That was great.
Alex Standing's putting down a statement there and saying, it's not over until I win. But
It's not over till I say it's over.
if you're not first, you're last.
And there you go, baby. Well, here we go, watching the replays over. Both drivers staying very close in their chases, respectively, and their leads putting down both very smooth lines that are easy to follow and can make for a great chase run. So that's what we'd like to see for leads. We always want the drivers to focus on when they're in the lead. We want them to focus on being smooth, being consistent, and being fast.
Yeah,
While in
being
the
the
chase,
easiest to chase.
there
as
you
possible.
go. And in the chase, you want to be, we're looking for fast, aggressive, big like hugely close proximity with huge angle matching the angle ideally.
Yeah, and I say, two very good battles there.
Yes,
And
that
we'll
was
wait for the judges to make their final decision.
This is definitely going to take the judges a second because this was a very close battle between Alex Standing and Jason McCleary.
Jason McCleary just showing who is boss, but also Alex Standing's fighting back, and I'm sure that's a very familiar sight for Stuart McLennan watching the stream there.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Well, here we have
All right, swipe him left for Alex Standing, swipe him right for Jason McCleary. One vote Standing, two votes Standing, three votes Alex Standing taking the win over Jason McCleary, moving him on to our top 16 bracket tonight, representing Team 666 Drift. That is
Alex Standing
hell of a battle.
takes out the monster Jason McCleary. That is insane.
I know that was definitely that was a battle of the ages. I don't know how many people expected that outcome, but
Yeah, that was just insane there.
all right. For our next battle, we're gonna have Team Excellence's very own Chris Kessler leading in Jacob Klingberg, who is representing himself. Here we go. Drivers on the line and coming across the line.
Here we go.
Coming through the starting chicane. Chris firing it into that first turn with Jacob following very close behind, letting no space open up between them through the first section of this track. Nicely into that second outside clip. Beautifully through this first section, coming very nicely into the third. Chris keeping a smooth and consistent line for Jacob to follow as soon as he gets through this midsection of the track, nicely to the fourth and fifth outside zone with Jacob following very close behind, not letting any sort of gap open up between them pretty much for the entire run. That was very nice to see. Very, very nice.
Seems that the stream may be having some lag problem here. Which we'll try and get sorted.
Yes. All right, well, here we go. Second half of the battle. Drivers flipping around. Jason Klinger leading in Chris Kessler in his C6 Corvette with Chris following in his S14. Here we go. Jacob Klinger, massive flick into that first turn. A huge transition coming
Big
into
dive.
that second outside zone. Coming nicely through the first section of the track into that third, smoothly flowing through that third outside zone. And coming into that fourth, a big flick into that fifth outside with Chris following very close behind, matching his angle, proximity, and speed through pretty much the entire run. That is what we want to see.
Chris Kessler not leaving any space between these two.
Really. All right, well, here we go. Watching over the replays here, we'll see that both Jacob and Chris had incredibly strong lead lines that they backed up with equally strong chases.
Yeah.
So, and here we have the boys doing some rings, as you do, in a Scottish Virtual Drift Championship. Well, yes, you'll love to see it. As the judges review the replays right now, making their decision. Tonight's been an absolutely incredible competition so far. Great driving from all drivers. Fantastic battles. All battles that we want to see. Some obvious mishaps with drivers either running up on the bank or hitting something or hitting each other. So,
Yeah, it seems like some drivers, even though with the amount of practice they've had, they're still making mistakes, which is what makes people what gives us a competition here. If we didn't have the mistakes, we wouldn't have that clear-cut winners. So,
oh well, here we go. Chris Kessler, swipe him left for Chris Kessler, swipe him right for Jacob Klinger. Here we go. What will be the decision? Oh, we have 1 vote Kessler, 2 votes Kessler, 3 votes Chris Kessler, taking the win. Team Excellence's very own, taking the win over Jacob Klinger, knocking out Jacob Klinger and moving Chris on to the top 8 or Great 8 bracket for tonight's competition. Look forward to seeing you there, Chris. Congratulations. Here we go. We have our next battle coming up very soon. Have Owen Magner, the man that does tasty rings and whose idol is Connor Falvey, once again coming up to the line, facing Mr. David McKeefer.
yeah,
And
and
that's a beautiful HGK86.
all Irish battle here.
There you go. Oh, is that
Oh.
it? Well, we have, sorry, little change up. We have William Holloway, Kyle Mohan Racing's very own William Holloway leading in David McKeever in that GT86. We have Will in the beautiful KMR Mazda Tricks Renewable Lubricants 20B MX5 versus that Carbon Drift Team HGK GT86 with a beautiful, oh so beautiful, Screaming Eagles 466 Mass Motorsport V8. You love to see it. Well, here we go. Drivers lining up at the line. Getting ready to start any second now.
Yeah, let's get excited for this one, boys. 2 very good drivers. One from Ireland, one from the US. This is the one to watch.
Most definitely. This is going to be an exciting battle. Both of these drivers are very strong performers.
Saying that, no, I correct myself. All of this is to watch, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
every single battle is going to be exciting tonight, as you have seen so far. But here we go. The drivers coming through the starting chicane. William Holloway leading in David McKeever in that beautiful 20B MX-5 with David McKeever falling very close behind, kind of shallowing up to maintain proximity on William. William smacking limiter this entire time around the track. Coming through that first section, beautifully through that third outside clip. Coming into the middle section, flowing beautifully through the fourth. A big flick transition into the fifth with William staying high angle, high speed, and consistent through this whole run, making David letting David follow him in the best way he possibly can.
Yeah, a very good battle from these two right here. And these guys are gonna... I feel like we're gonna see something right here. My spidey senses are tingling. And yeah, these two drivers are very good drivers when they want to be. So let's see if they can pull it out the bag.
Yes, sir. We're going to have them switching around. David McKeever leading in William Holloway, and the lights go off. David McKeever coming across the line with William Holloway chasing. Well, William Holloway chasing as close as he can. Coming into the start chicane, firing into that first turn. A big initiation from David and a big flick into that second outside zone. That's what we like to see. William following very close behind David with a huge angle from both of these drivers. This is what we like to... Oh, a small dirt drop from David. I don't know if that was caused by a bump or that was self-induced. But here we go. Beautifully to that fourth and fifth outside zone. David filling both zones very nicely. And William following just as close as he can in the chase and across the line. That was great, Alex. That was a great one.
Yeah, definitely a great battle there from these two guys. It seems that we're still having a little bit of lag issues, so sorry for the spectators that are watching. I was still trying to sort it out here on our side of things.
Well, as we watch over the replays here,
Yeah.
see that
Holloway and Keever both put on incredibly strong lead runs
for their respective, well, each of them respectively to follow. So I think it's going to be a very close battle. It may even come down to that dirt drop that McKeever had in his lead. We'll see here if it was caused by William or if it was self-induced.
which it kind of looks like William made a contact coming into that middle section of the track just after, or in, actually,
That third outside zone. So we will see what happens here. Yes. All right. As we wait for the judge's verdict. Here we go.
Yep. We'll be waiting.
just watching the replays over. That's definitely going to be a hard call for the judges to call.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they are taking some time to make this call, because that was an incredibly close battle between these two drivers. Incredibly close proximity in both of their chases, and a very smooth and consistent lead for both of their leads. So we shall see what is.
Okay. It's alright.
Well, here we go. We have a decision from the judges. Swipe for William Holloway. Swipe on right for David McKeever. 1 vote McKeever, 2 votes McKeever, 3 votes David McKeever, knocking out Kyle Mohan Racing's very own William Holloway. That is something. That is for the books. That is a David McKeever knocking out VDC driver and Kyle Mohan Racing William Holloway. And yeah, Carbon Drift Team's very own David McKeever is going to be moving on to our Great 8 bracket. Congratulations, David. Great driving from both drivers. Incredible battle. That was some fun to watch. That was great. But you love to see those type of battles. Good leads, good smooth leads, good speed, good proximity in the chases. You love to see it.
Look
here
what's happening.
Go.
Oh my god.
The battle of the Connors, the face-off. Here we go.
They're both of these drivers are big fans big fans of Owen Magna, and they said to me they're both supporting Magna Drifting Team and sponsored by Magna Hurleys and Agri.
Yes, you are. Yes, indeed. Well, here we go. Two hardstyle drift team drivers. Here we go. Connor Falvey versus Connor Espel. Connor Espel leading it. Connor Falvey firing into that first initiation.
Big transition.
Big transition from Connor Espel, but Connor Falvey kind of lacking to match the angle coming through the transition, but he's checking. He's slowly rotating the angle, slowly closing that gap. Very nice and close to this whole midsection of the track. Big dive. A little lag, but some big flick from Connor, with Connor Falvey following very, very close behind for that whole run. A little checkup and that first transition from Falvey, but he made up for it in the rest of the run.
What a run from these two guys. We already know what's going to happen right now. Yeah, they're going to throw it down. They're either going to be door to door, and you can't fit anything between them, or they're going to end up upside down.
Connor, yes indeed, Connor Falvey leading in. Connor Espel firing into that initiation. Oh, a contact before the first. Oh my God! We have huge contact before the first transition, with Connor Espel going insanely hard on Connor Falvey's door. This is the type of driving we want to see. Not the contact, but just aggressive driving, going full send.
He's going back for more!
Yeah, and he does not care, even though Connor Espel clearly caused those contacts in the beginning. It is still going. He still puts it all out on the track, which is what we absolutely love to see. That's all you want to see, is drivers giving it their all and putting it all on the track, leaving it out all on the track. It is great. You love it.
Two very good drivers coming, and they're both young kids, and they're both building cars in real life. Connor Falvey actually having the car that you are seeing on screen right now. His S15 in real life, and as well with Connor Aspel. Connor Aspel is currently building, I think it is an SR20 Altezza. And it's going to be running about 430 horsepower. It's a very beautiful car, and he will be running it in IDC.
And we got these baddie boys doing some rings right after the run.
Batty boy!
Hey boys. All right, swipe him left for Connor Espel. Swipe him right for Connor Falvey. We have 1 vote Connor Falvey, 2 votes Connor Falvey, 3 votes Connor Falvey of Hardstyle Drift Team, knocking out his teammates Connor Espel today.
Guess
what? What's up?
Connor won.
What? No way.
A Connor won.
No way. A Connor?
A
Connor was victorious?
He's also a part. He's also a part of Hardstyle Drift Team, the guy who won. And he's in a Nissan.
Indeed, they are. No, yeah, they won it. A Connor in a Nissan, part of Hardstyle Drift Team, has taken the win. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? I never seen that coming.
Yeah, truly. None of us could ever seen that coming. Even science couldn't have predicted that.
I predict that an S chassis is going to podium today.
You know, I think that's not a bad prediction, but I honestly am going to say that a non-X chassis might win this.
Oh!
Yeah,
a non-S chassis podium. Imagine that.
It's on.
But I don't think it's going to happen. With how hard Connor Falvey's going today.
Yeah, he truly is driving his heart out. Great, love to see it.
Yeah, you see all the rings marks on the floor.
We are already into our next battle, apparently. All right, so we have Stanislav Tarasov leading in, Daniel Andreev coming into that middle section of the track. Stanislav having a very strong line coming up to this point, with Daniel staying right behind him in the chase. You love to see it. Beautiful runs from both of these drivers. Very good lead for Daniel to follow with his amazing chase. As we have the drivers swapping around for Daniel Andreev leading in, Stanislav Tarasov at the line, waiting for the countdown. Any second now?
Yep. I am super excited for the second half of this battle, and I didn't even know this battle was happening. And all these battles are amazing right now. You think we've got two amazing drivers here, and then next, look what we got next. We have Lewis Monks versus Owen Magna, another hardstyle versus hardstyle.
Yes, indeed, and that's going to be the final battle of our top 16. But here we go, our second to last battle, second half happening right now. Sorry. Daniel Andreev firing it into that initiation, a huge speed and angle with Stanislav Tarasov matching every bit of it, coming through the first section of that track, beautifully flowing into that third outside clip with Stanislav literally leaving not even a molecule between these cars, but Daniel flowing through this last section of the track, keeping it wide, making sure to give Stanislav a beautiful lead for him to follow.
360!
Oh, there we go. And some tasty rings to end it off. There
Ring glad!
Ring glad, we love it. So there we go. Oh man, yeah. Well, that was an incredible battle from both drivers. Fantastic driving. That was honestly one of the closer battles that we've seen tonight.
It looks like we have futures here dating AI in the chat.
Well, that's interesting, definitely.
Do not click on any links from that. Please do not. That is a scam from that chat.
No. Do we have a scam in chat? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's when you know we're big. Come on, Ian. We're up there now.
There you go. The stream has officially made it.
We made it.
Some rinky-dink scam bots going on the chat trying to get people to click links. That's always what you love to see. It's amazing.
Rinky-dink.
Indeed. Yeah, no, they are. People put no effort into these bots to try to get people to click links that don't know any wiser. So it's funny to see that, but you know, it's like those accounts on Instagram when you post something. They'll be like, "Oh, DM it to us. We'll promote it on our page," and it's just some scam page with hundreds of thousands of followers that are obviously fake. All those, you guys know what I'm talking about. So, but here we go, watching over these battles, watching over the replay with Stanislav chasing in Daniel Andreev for the first half of this battle, I believe. So
second half.
That was the second half. Sorry. Yeah, and yeah, that is this was a battle.
And I think the judges have a decision, maybe. Okay.
Well, here we go. Swipe him left for Stanislav Tarasov. Swipe him right for Daniel Andreev. 1 vote Daniel. 2 votes Daniel. And 1 vote OMT, which is going to mean Daniel Andreev takes the win, knocking out Stanislav Tarasov. Both drivers representing themselves. Congratulations.
And I think we have the next battle at the line already.
Yes, indeed. We have Lewis Monks versus Owen Magner, the man who does tasty rings and whose idol is Connor Falvey.
This is the battle of the century, guys. It's going to be Ireland versus the UK. So,
yes, indeed. Here we go.
Very monumental battle about to come. Hardstyle versus hardstyle. S15 versus S15. And
we have a Brit going against a Matty boy, so we love to see it.
Oh.
Here we go. Lewis Monks leading in. Owen Max. S15 versus S15. Yashio Factory kit on one of them. Racing Line Origin Lab kit on the other.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it Sam Lucas versus Owen Magna?
Ah. Oh, well. Oh. Well, here we go. We have Lewis Monk's hardstyle drift team leading in his teammate Owen Magner coming flying through that first section of the track. Big first transition into the middle section, coming nicely through that third outside clip. Beautifully keeping it flowing. Line of low contact coming into the middle section of the track. Coming nicely through that fourth into the fifth outside. A very smooth line Lewis is putting down for Owen to follow. And across the line, that is the type of battles we want to see. Very close proximity, very fast, steady angle. You'd love to see it.
Very smooth from both drivers, but we're nitpicking here, but Lewis did get only the C line on the last clip. He wasn't fully on the wall.
Yes, indeed.
And it looks like we see you, Magna. You're talking to spotters. You're not meant to be doing that.
There you go. No. Spotting is a thing, definitely, but it's competition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's gonna definitely be a restart.
I
The
wonder
lights
what is
go
happening
off.
here.
Small mishap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just waiting for the line, or the starting line, man. Just give the lights, and here we go. Counting down, the lights go off. Owen Magner crossing the starting line, coming through the starting
Oh, here
chicane
we
with
go.
Chris Fox falling very close behind for the second half.
Oh!
Owen slowing down a little bit before that initiation, firing into the initiation. Little too
Oh,
much
he's
angle
straight.
going through the first pit. A full straighten with a bounce coming into that first transition, with Lewis gluing it to his door, coming through this whole first section of the track, nicely through that third outside clip, and beautifully into the fourth, with Owen Magner keeping a nice consistent line for Lewis to follow, but Lewis having
And he goes back to pits.
yeah, that's something. I think that's
That
an obvious
means
victor.
Lewis Monks will definitely get the win there.
I believe he will most likely get the win, as that was an incomplete from Owen Magner, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Sad to
yeah, I
see
think
there.
this might be a quick decision from the judges. Yeah, there we go. Swiping left for Lewis Monks, swiping right for Owen Magner. 1 vote, Lewis. 2 votes, Lewis. 3 votes, Lewis Monks, taking the win over his hardstyle drift team teammate Owen Magner, as they do some tasty ring standoff their battle. Oh, and they have contact again. Oh god. And they're doing.
Oh, no!
Oh my god, they can't seem to do coordinated rings. But all right, here we go. Lewis Monks.
And the
moving on.
terrifying thing is Lewis Monks has just got his driver's license.
Well, there you go. Lewis Monk moving on to the Rate 8 tonight in our competition. Moving on. I look forward to seeing him driving the Grade 8. That's gonna be great. Yes, here we go. Do we have one more battle? Oh, nope. We got all the boys just coming out.
Yep.
Here we go. Tonight's top 8 drivers, ladies and gentlemen. We have Anthony Taylor versus Steven Hatcher for our first battle. That's going to be an amazing one. Alex Stanning versus Chris Kessler. That will be just as amazing. David McKeever versus Connor Falvey. I very much look forward to that one. And Daniel Andrea versus Lewis Monks. That should be a hell of a battle. These are going to be 4 battles of pure action and 4 battles of complete aggression. This is going to be great.
Here we go.
Here we go. Lining up at the line, Steven Hatcher chasing in Anthony Taylor in his Hyundai Genesis, and Steven Hatcher in his Mazda RX-8 with a, I believe that's a 4-rotor. Or a 3-rotor. It's one of the two. But
Yeah.
there we go.
This is
Drivers
going to
at the
be a
line.
battle of
This will be a battle.
USA versus Canada. Thank you to everyone watching. We're waiting for the lights to go off. And we will be going any second now. A beautiful night here at Lochgilly in Driftland track.
Just waiting for the lights to go off. Anthony Taylor leading in Steven Hatcher. Here we go. Lights going off. Anthony Taylor coming across the cross line? Across the start line. Here we go. Coming through the starting chicane with Steven Hatcher falling very close behind. Firing into that initiation. Huge speed and angle from Anthony Taylor. A big transition into that second outside clip. Pretty much perfectly filling that zone. And coming
Steven
nicely
Hatcher.
into the first section of this track. Into the third outside clip. Steven Hatcher following incredibly close behind Anthony as he beautifully throws it through the 4th and 5th outside zone and across the line, keeping it wide and fast and at super high angle through that whole track. That is what we'd like to see. How'd you like
Steven
that, Alex?
Hatcher once again bringing the best chase run of the night. That was insane.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Oh, and we're already back out. Steven Hatcher leading in. Anthony Taylor coming across the line through the start chicane. Steven Hatcher starting his drift a little early, coming into this first turn, firing it through that first transition, absolutely throwing the hugest angle, huge
Taylor.
speed. Anthony Taylor matching his angle and speed and consistency since through this whole run, coming into that 4th and 5th outside, beautifully flowing
What
through
a
it.
run.
Stephen Hatcher, Anthony keeping right behind him, not letting any space open up. That was great. I like that, Alex. How do you like it?
That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
What a battle
was-
from both of these drivers. Shout out to Anthony Taylor and Stephen Hatcher for throwing it down. Look at the transitions from both of these drivers, both appearing out of nowhere from the smoke. It's just
Yes, sir.
amazing.
Yeah, that was some driving, boys. That was some driving. Good stuff.
Tell me you are not entertained right now.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? We love it. Oh my god. We love it so much.
Vehicular death.
Oh man. This was wow. We love
That
it.
was insane.
We absolutely love it.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was the closest battle I've seen yet.
We love to see it. Stephen Hatcher in that beautiful sim magic VDC RX8 with Anthony Taylor in his equally beautiful Hyundai Genesis, which is actually a car that I haven't seen much. I mean, Reese Millen had his ages ago, but you know that's a classic car right there. I love that car so much. But Anthony Taylor having his beautiful Genesis on the line, sitting next to Stephen Hatcher, Symmetric's very own. Most incredible
Right
driver.
now. RX8 versus Connor Falvey in the final.
Well, there you go. There's the call from Stu himself. Stuart Mclellan making his prediction of who's going to be in the final battle. I don't disagree, but I also don't agree. I think it might be a different set of drivers, but it might be them. Who knows? Well, here we go. The judges have a verdict. Swipe it left for Anthony Taylor. Swipe it right for Stephen Hatcher. 1 vote Taylor, 2 votes Taylor, 3 votes Anthony Taylor. Team excellence, knocking out Sim Magic's very own Stephen Hatcher. That is a battle. Wow, that was something.
They said got it wrong from the start.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I think Stuart, I think Mr. McLellan has truly jinxed that battle, gave him the commentator's curse a little bit. Oh no, but you know, that's sometimes that's how it goes. Ben Somerville, the man himself, is famous for laying the commentator's curse on the driver. So there we go, following in his footsteps.
There's your car, Stu.
Oh,
Well, here we go. Mr. McLellan Motorsport E36 on the line.
Some
Chris
says
Kessler
Alex
racing in.
Standings hasn't paid Stuart McLennan to borrow the car yet.
Oh no.
he's not paid the higher charge yet. Or the
Here we go.
collision damage waiver.
Well, here we go. Alex Standing coming through the starting chicane with Chris Kessler very close behind, firing into that first initiation, sending it into that first transition. That was a hell of a transition.
No!
Which caused Chris to kind of check up for some reason. But, you know, Chris is catching back up, coming through this first section of the track. A little straight from Alex, shallowing up, coming through that third outside for some reason. Coming nicely into that fourth, cleaning it up into the fifth outside zone, and beautifully keeping it wide through the last section of the track and across the line into the sixth outside. Beautiful driving from both drivers. That was great. Switch it around here. Chris Kessler leading in. And Alex
You know what?
Standing for
I don't
the
even
map. What's
think
up?
it's the driver. I think it's the car. The car's
it
just
might-
amazing for Alex Standings.
Yep, Stewart has imbued his powers into that car, so. But here we have Chris Kessler leading in, Alex Standing. Chris Kessler in his Team Excellence S14 Koki and Alex Standing in the Mclellan Motorsport E36. Here we go. Chris Kessler flowing through the starting chicane with Alex following very close behind. Firing it into that initiation with huge angle and speed from Chris. A big transition, perfectly sitting it on the outside line for this first section of the track. Beautifully into that third outside clip with Alex following very close behind, not letting any sort of extra gap open up that already has. And here we go, Chris beautifully through that fourth and fifth outside into the last section of the track with Alex gluing it to his door that entire time. That is what we love to see. You like that one, Alex? I love that one.
Questioning reality right now. I'm thinking, is that even Alex Standing's driving? He's driving so well tonight.
It's like that one Top Gear episode where James May hid the Stig in the trunk. It was Stuart McClellan hidden in the trunk of Alex's car.
Yeah.
Or he just Stuart gave his life force to Alex and made him drive his E36 as it should be. But
I
no,
think
all
Alex
jokes aside, all jokes aside, Alex Standing, incredible driving in that car. Chris Kessler, incredible driving in that S14. Beautiful runs from both. Very consistent leads, very consistent chases, constant proximity, constant angle, big speed, big consistency. That is what we like to see here at Scottish Virtual Drift Series.
Well, that was close.
Yeah, that was a close one. But
here we go.
Here we go. Swipe it left for Alex Standing. Swipe it right for Chris Kessler. 1 vote Standing, 2 votes Standing, 3 votes Alex Standing, taking the win over Chris Kessler. Team 666 Drift's very own Alex Standing beating out Team Excellence's Chris Kessler in tonight's.
This is insane.
Yeah, no, that was something. That was definitely something. I think that Chris's checkup in his chase in the first transition may have actually cost him that advantage, which is unfortunate.
Alex Standing is on a mission.
Yeah, no, he's on a mission to win that 125 pound, I believe it is. So,
Yeah.
There
He
you
needs
go.
it for. Yeah.
Oh,
he-
wow. Oh, well, there you go.
He needs pays to 2 Bitcoin.
Oh, there we go. $30,000 for winning this. No, but Connor, we have our next battle of the Great Eight. Here we go. Connor Falvey chasing in, David McKeever. Carbon Drift Team's very own David McKeever in the Master Motorsports V8 powered HGK GT86. And we have Hardstyle Drift Team's very own Connor Falvey in his RB-powered S15, which is a replica of his real-life car. Here we go. David McKeever coming across the line with Connor Falvey following very close behind. David firing into that first initiation. A little slow rotation of angle coming onto that initiation, but a huge transition to make up for it with Connor following very close behind, keeping that constant proximity, keeping that constant angle, constant speed. We love it. That's what we want to see. And David putting down an equally consistent and high angle lead for him to follow as best as he can. Both of these drivers putting down incredible lines. Connor gluing it to his door while David putting down an incredibly consistent lead. You love to see it. That was great.
The battle of the Irish right now.
Indeed.
Both drivers doing so well. It's just amazing. First, Alex Standings takes out Jason McCleary, if I'm right, and then takes out Chris Kessler, which are 2 of the best drivers that we've seen in the series so far. But Alex Standings just didn't give him a chance.
There you go. Well, here we go for the second half of the battle. Connor Falvey leading in. David McKeever initiating. Strong initiation from Connor Falvey. Flicking it huge into this first transition with David McKeever getting more angle than Connor on that transition. Oh, and the straighten from Connor. Oh, God. What happened?
He's gone into the field.
No. I don't know what happened. The car just gripped up and straightened out, coming into that first section of the track, coming into the third outside clip. That is not what you want to see.
Oh, and we might have a restart.
We might have a restart. Guess so. I guess there was a mishap that happened at the start line or something of the sort. But here we have a rerun of this battle. Connor Falvey leading in, David McKeever in the chase. Connor Falvey rolling through the starting chicane. Made very nicely. And then stopping it and firing into the first turn with David McKeever following very close behind. Huge angle from both of these drivers. David McKeever giving an equally aggressive chase, giving a bump on that first transition into that first section of the track, coming huge into that third outside clip and into the middle section of the track, beautifully into that fourth clip, a huge flick into that fifth with David McKeever following very close behind. Oh, and he angles up too much. A slight checkup from David McKeever. That might cost him the battle. Oh, Lord. That was something.
Oh, no.
That was quite interesting.
Yeah, and I
Alright,
think
well, here
Alex
we are.
Standings has never competed in a professional comp before.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's impressive for him to be
in
performing
sim.
this well in his first competition, or his first sim competition. I'm pretty positive he's competing in real life, but here we go. You're just watching the replays, but here we go. We have a verdict from the judges. Swipe it left for David McKeever. Swipe it right for Connor Falvey. Here we go. Toyota GT86, Nissan S15. 1 vote Falvey, 2 votes Falvey, 3 votes Connor Falvey, taking the win over David McKeever of Carbon Drift Team, Hardstyle Drift Team's very own Connor Falvey, taking on the win. The baddie boy beats out the other baddie boy, so you know sometimes how it goes. The Irishmen facing off against each other. But here,
Yes.
still making their respective teams proud. Because even though David McKeever had been beat out there, that was incredible driving from McKeever. I think that and equally incredible driving from Falvey, but I think that little checkup that McKeever may have actually cost him that battle.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
here we go. The final battle of tonight's Great 8. We have Daniel Andreev beating in Lewis Monks.
Here we
both
go.
S15s, 1 Vertex Lang, 1 Yashio Factory. Here we go. Daniel Andreev rolling through the starting chicane. Lewis Monks falling very close to Scott and firing into that initiation. Huge speed and huge angle into that first outside clip. A huge transition from Daniel. Lewis following and matching his angle entirely. And speed, everything. You love to see it. Coming into that third outside clip. Daniel
On the
beautifully
door.
filling all of those zones. Yeah, Lewis is gluing it to his door. Coming beautifully through that 4th and 5th outside zone. Nicely through the last section of the track. Filling all of that space. Using all of the track. What we love to see across the line. Wow, that was a hell of a battle for both drivers.
Beautiful from Lewis Monks there.
Lewis just staying right with them through that whole run, keeping angle, keeping proximity, keeping that, just the speed, keeping all of it. And Daniel keeping all of those things as well, which is what allowed Lewis to put down such a good chase, because Daniel had such a good lead. But here we go, we're going to be swapping the drivers around for the second half of this battle. Lewis Monks leading in, Daniel Andreev. Yashio Factory 2JZ S15 versus a Vertex Lang 2JZ S15. We shall see what happens. Kind of Daniel Andreev kind of going for the Gocha Chipchian S15 look, which I very much like, and Lewis Monk actually going for the I believe that is a replica of Samet's car, if I'm not mistaken, Samet's FD car, so FDJ car, sorry.
A little information there. He actually gets really angry when you call it that.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah, he
let me
hates
call
that.
it again. So, yeah, that is Samet's car that Lewis is driving. It's going to be Samet on YouTube. Lewis drives the car much better than Samet does, let me add. But here, so Lewis firing into that initiation, high speed and high angle through this whole first section of the track. Daniel sticking into his door the entire time. Oh my God! That is wow! And Daniel's just sticking it to his door through this whole first section of the track. Beautifully through the oh my God!
Pushing him
through the 4th and 5th outside zones and across the line. Holy cow! That was a battle, ladies and gentlemen. That was a battle. Wow! Let's go! That was so hype. That was amazing. We have. Oh my God. We had incredible leads from Daniel and from Lewis. Both of them sticking it on each other's doors in their chase. But Daniel, holy, absolutely gluing as if his wheel was magnetized to Lewis's door through that entire first section of the track. That is what we'd like to see, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
that is the type of driving we want to see.
That is just insane. There wasn't a moment he was away from his door.
Yeah, truly. That was absolutely incredible. That was genuinely incredible. You'd love to see it.
And I think we have a decision.
Oh, we have a verdict. Swipe it left for Daniel Andreev, right for Lewis Monks. 1 vote Daniel, 2 votes Daniel, 3 votes Daniel Andreev, representing himself, knocking out Lewis Monks of Hardstyle Drift Team in that Samet S15. But we're going to have Daniel moving on to our semifinals of tonight with, in that beautiful Gocha Chipchin style Vertex Lang S15 with knocking out Lewis Monks and that beautiful Summit S15.
Here we go.
In
The
that
top
very
four.
nice pink and blue livery.
Yeah.
And here we go. We have our top 4 drivers, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4 drivers. Are you ready? Here we go. First battle of the semifinals. Anthony Taylor rolling in with Alex standing in the chase. Hyundai Genesis versus the Mclellan Motorsport E36. Here we go. Anthony Taylor, huge flick in that first turn with Alex standing following very close behind.
he's got his
Three of
door.
them smacking off limiter this entire first section of the track. Beautifully through that third outside clip.
Alex,
Nicely through the fourth. Oh, beautifully into that fifth. Nice transition. Nice huge angle. Sticking into that outside for the rest of the track and across the line. That is what we want to see. Ladies and gentlemen,
What a battle there.
that was incredible.
We are not. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? God damn! That was Let's go. That was exhilarating. That was a battle and a half. Let's see the second half as we have Alex standing, leading in Anthony Taylor coming across the line. And here we go. Lights going off. Alex
Let's
standing,
get ready
coming
to
across the starting-
rumble.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Coming through the starting chicane. Alex standing, firing into that first. Oh, a little straighten coming through the initiation. That's not what we want to see. A big transition to make up for it from Alex standing, coming through the middle section of this track.
No.
He's going to be coming into the third outside zone very smoothly. He did have that checkup in the beginning, which is going to cost him, but he's coming nice and smooth, cleaning it up for the rest of the track. For the rest of the run, coming into the fourth and fifth outside zones beautifully through the last section of the track and across the line. Anthony Taylor sticking it to his door just as much as he can with the small mishap that Alex had in his lead. What do you think, Alex? That was great.
I think that is the final hope dead for Alex Standings, sadly. And we were all rooting for Alex Standings here. Come on. He was the underdog and he came out of nowhere, but he has got the third and fourth place battle yet. And even then, I feel like even if he doesn't win, he should be a hard charger.
For sure. Stu, how do you like seeing your car driven like that, sir? How do you like that?
Pretty good.
Yes, sir.
You can definitely, and watching the live stream coming from IRL, you can definitely see the way Alex transitions between 1, 2, and then round to 3. That's almost identical to how we would do it in real life. Whereas Anthony's is very, in my opinion, it's very trim based. It's not quite as flowing, but it's really good to watch.
Yeah, no, that was truly beautiful to watch. But here we have a verdict from our judges. Swipe it left for Alex Standing, swipe it right for Anthony Taylor. 1 vote, Anthony Taylor. 2 votes, Anthony Taylor. And 3 votes, Anthony Taylor taking the win. Moving on to the finals of tonight's competition. Anthony Taylor is going to be facing off in the final battle of tonight's competition, knocking out Alex Standing in the Mclellan Motorsport E36. Unfortunately, Alex Standing, amazing driving from you, man. We loved seeing you out here. You performed exceedingly well for it being your first virtual competition. Genuinely impressive. And Anthony, incredible driving from you, man. You've been killing it all night. And yeah, just keep her going. Look forward to seeing you in the final battle. And congratulations, man. Great driving from both of you boys.
Amazing. Amazing battle there. We'll go on to the second half of the semi-finals, which should be lining up any time now.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, they are ready.
All right, we have the second battle of our semifinals. Connor Falvey in the hardstyle drift team, Nissan S15 powered by an RB, being followed by Daniel Andreev in the Vertex Slang 2JZ powered S15. Here we go, firing into that initiation. Connor Falvey coming very fast and speedy through his first section of the track. Huge flick with Daniel Andreev, matching speed and angle, and keeping that glued to his door proximity as Daniel usually does. You love to see it. Connor Falvey coming into this middle section of the track, smoothly through the third outside, ankling up harshly coming into that fourth outside, but a big flick coming into the fifth, with Daniel following incredibly close behind. That was a battle, and across the line, you love to see it. You love to see it. That was great. Oh, that was amazing. And here we have the drivers lining up for the second half of the battle already. Quick into it. But here we go. Daniel Andreev, Vertex Lang S15 being chased by Connor Falvey, Hardstyle Drift Team, Origin Lab Racing Line. S15. 2JZ under the hood of Daniel's car, and RB under the hood of Connor's car. The battle of the greatest inline sixes on Earth. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of good BMW ones. But here we go. So we're coming through the starting chicane. Daniel firing into the first turn. Huge initiation from Daniel. Connor falling very close behind. Oh, he's getting room on that first transition, keeping it on Daniel's door. A little more gap opening up than Daniel had in his chase, but still, they're beautifully coming through that third outside zone. Connor
he's diving in.
Constant proximity. Oh, he goes inside for the second transition.
He's
Connor to keep proximity.
pushing him.
But here we go. Daniel and Connor coming across the line. Incredible battle from both drivers.
Yeah.
That is what we want to see here at Scottish Virtual Drift Championship. That is the type of battles we love seeing. We love watching. Love it all. You know, it's... oh, man. You live for this
is going to be the last battle we can tell you the results of.
Yes, indeed.
After this,
we will have our third place battle, and then we will have the final battle of tonight's competition versus with two drivers facing off. That we will find out Anthony Taylor facing one of these two drivers for the final spot. All right, here we go. The judges have a verdict. Swipe him left for Connor Falvey. Swipe him right for Daniel Andreev. 1 vote, Daniel. 2 votes, Daniel. 3 votes, Daniel. Daniel Andreev taking the win, knocking out Connor Falvey's hard-style drift RB-powered S15. Congratulations, Daniel. Incredible driving from both drivers.
But wait, we have more.
Oh?
We got Connor Falvey versus Alex Standings for third place.
Yes, we do. Here we go. All right, Stuart, how are you feeling about seeing your car one very last time? That's definitely going to be nice.
I want Falvey's insurance details before he starts.
I want to make sure I can hold him accountable for anything he does to my car. Oh my God, there you go. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, this is going to be a great battle. Make sure that Connor doesn't hit the car, but that's going to be an insurance claim for you, bucko, if you hit that car. So you better watch out. But hey, this is going to be an exhilarating third place battle.
With how expensive S chassis are getting this way, I don't think Connor Falvey wants to hit him either.
Yeah, I honestly think the Beamers are running a lot cheaper than S chassis nowadays. So,
but that is a special kit on that BMW. So,
oh yes, that kit definitely is pretty much one off. So, it very very beautiful kit. I very much like it myself.
Unique.
It reminds me of an HGK style kit in a way. Or honestly, no, it's kind of like the M3 GTR style kit. I like it a lot. But
yeah.
Here we go. Alex Standing, sitting on the start line in the Mclellan Motorsport E36 with Connor Falvey in the hardstyle drift team RB powered S15.
And by the way, this is IDC versus SDC right here.
All right, here we go. The Irish versus the Scottish. Here we go, IDC versus SDC. Oh, and a little contact on the starting chicane, but here we go. Alex Standing firing into that first transition. Absolutely oh no! Oh no! We have a straighten. Oh no, who knows if Connor's little bump broke something in the Mclellan Motorsport E36. Stuart might actually be getting that insurance claim that he was speaking of. But here we go.
Hold your Falvey's heart.
I let you know. I already predicted it. I know, that's amazing. Oh man, here we go.
Or maybe Alex blew up. Oh, it looks like we're going to get a rerun here.
We're going to restart. I think that contact definitely called for a restart. That is very good. That's good to see. Here we go. We want a good third place battle between these drivers. All right, here we go. Alex Standing firing into that first turn. Huge speed and huge angle. Coming in to that first transition with Connor Falvey kind of lagging behind. And Alex putting the gap on him a little bit coming through this first section of the track. Connor Falvey closing that gap, coming into the third outside. Oh, and there's contact coming into the middle section of the track. Huge angle into that fourth. Huge flick into the fifth outside zone. You love to see it. That
Minute
was
off the
a
wall.
fantastic battle. Connor getting super aggressive coming into that middle section, making sure to close the gap as much as he possibly can between him and Alex. But, you know, sometimes that gap closing aggression can lead to contact, as we just witnessed. So, here we go.
Drive through him, Alex.
Let him know. Let him know, Alex. Let him know.
Here we go.
Yep. Drivers swapping around. All right, drivers coming across the line for the second half of our third place battle. Connor Falvey leading in. Alex standing, getting right on his door before the initiation. And initiating, Alex is right up next to him.
Standings! Oh my god!
Here we go, baby! Oh no, there's contact on the first turn.
Whoa!
Oh god! He's coming into the second outside.
Oh!
He's going on around the edge. He's going into the third. Shallow angle from both drivers here, coming into the fourth outside. Big flick into the
What
mid.
a
I can
line
see
from
this
Connor
being a
Falvey.
one more time. Coming into the last section of the track and into the sixth outside. Beautiful, beautiful,
Amazing.
beautiful performance from both drivers. That is what we'd like to see. Stuart, I am sure you are very pleased with Alex's performance there.
Right.
That was-
Yeah, definitely. I'm also
So-
glad it's working.
We're gonna go
Yes, sir.
straight to the final.
Oh, man.
We cannot. We're not gonna say. We're just gonna go straight to the final. So I'm pretty sure they're already lined up. So we'll switch to them. And yeah, we'll get onto the
Alright.
final, and then we will announce the winners at the podium.
So you, ladies and gentlemen, will be finding out the winner of that battle as we've done, or after we have done our final battle, as we will be announcing the first, second, and third place drivers all at once. So here we go. Here is, ladies and gentlemen, our final battle for tonight. Breaking out my inner Deanda for this one. Here we go. Daniel Andreev leading in, or chasing in, Anthony Taylor. Daniel Andreev in his beautiful 2JZ powered Vertex Lang S15, representing himself and Team Excellence's very own Anthony Taylor. Who will take the win tonight? Two amazing drivers facing off for the top spot of tonight's competition.
Yes.
This is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it looks like the drivers are getting ready to pull up to the line right now. Here we are. Daniel Andreev doing some tire warming just before this battle. I'm assuming Anthony Taylor is going to do the same. But here we go, just making sure their tires are at optimal pressure, optimal temperature. Sorry, I mean, I guess pressure applies as well. But making sure their tires are just as good as they can be for this battle. Anthony Taylor choosing not to warm up his tires, but hey, they're probably already warm. So, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final battle, waiting for the count. Waiting for the count. Anthony Taylor leading in Daniel Andreev for the first half of this final battle. And let's get ready. Any second now.
Here we go.
All right. All right, the countdown. Let's send it. Driftland, here we go.
Here we go.
Flying through the starting chicane with Daniel Andreev flying very close behind, sending it into that first turn. Huge angle from Anthony, making sure to glue into his corners. This is the final battle. He's leaving it all out on the track. This is incredible. Daniel sticking right to his door through the whole third outside clip. Going into the fourth, beautifully flicking into the fifth. Daniel sticking into his door through this entire run. That was incredible. That's what we want to see, ladies and
What a
gentlemen.
battle.
That was, Anthony putting down an incredible lead for Daniel to follow. Incredible chase by Daniel. Daniel actually magnetizing his wheel to his door, sticking it right there. And here we go, switching the drivers around. Daniel Andreev leading in Anthony Taylor for the final battle, final round of tonight. The final. This is it for round one of Scottish Virtual Drift Series. Here we go. Lights coming down, and let's send it. Driftland, here we go. Daniel Andreev coming across the line, flowing through the starting chicane with Anthony Taylor following very close behind. And he fires it into that initiation. A huge angle from Daniel on that on that transition. Oh, Anthony's sticking it to his door. He's getting even closer than Daniel was in his chase. Oh my God, his wheel is merging with his door. Daniel's flowing beautifully into that middle section.
Taylor pushing him.
A huge, a tire drop from Daniel on the last section of the track. Oh my God.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
a battle of the ages. That was incredible, ladies and gentlemen. That is the type of drifting we want to see in this competition. Door-to-door tandems, aggressive leads, aggressive chases, just incredible driving from all drivers. Oh, that was exhilarating. We love it. Amazing.
No words.
Yeah, no, truly. That was a incredible battle. One of the best battles tonight, definitely.
Yeah. That,
If not the best, that was insane. All right, well, we have Anthony Taylor and Daniel Andreev waiting for a verdict. Who has won? Who has taken the win?
and we'll
taken
wait
the
until the
victory?
podium.
Yes, indeed. Who's taken the victory tonight at round 1 of Scottish Virtual Drift Series? Beautiful driving from all drivers tonight. I want to thank every single driver that participated tonight, and I want to thank everybody that has stuck with us through this entire stream. You are all amazing, and I love you all. This has been such a good time to commentate. I love doing it, and it's like, watching these drivers perform at their very best and leave it all out on the track is just amazing. It's what we love to see. It's the type of drifting we all love, and here in competition drifting, and I cannot wait to see which way this battle goes, because that was truly, if there has ever been an equal battle in drifting, that was it. That was one of the most equal chases to lead runs I have ever seen in my history of drifting, and it's so far amazing.
I have who won.
Oh, okay. Well,
And-
we have.
And wait.
We have a winner. We have a winner.
Wait. Yeah, we have a winner, but we're gonna wait until everyone gets parked up near the office.
Of course.
So
Everybody
the camera,
get lined up at the front of the track. Get the camera positioned.
There we go.
Get
There
all
they are.
these beautiful machines in view. Get all these drivers ready for the announcement. Who is going to take the first, second, and third spot? Who will
Okay.
Alright.
We're just gonna wait for the go ahead.
Thank you for
my
Hard
God.
Charger.
Oh,
We can't say.
Yeah.
I think
Who would
we
you
all.
guess?
Huh?
Who would you guess for Hard Charger?
I don't know yet. We can't say it. We literally can't say it.
yeah. We're gonna wait a second, ladies and gentlemen.
It would give away who wins. So
We will do an announcement in any second.
I don't know.
Wait.
Need a drum roll. Du-du-du-du-du.
Yeah, the build up.
Here we go. Okay, so we will get Ian to pronounce our first,
sir.
second, and third.
I am still waiting for the verdict from the judges. Okay, there we are. Just
Yeah,
as I said. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait there. Hold on. We need to wait. It's a hard
No,
wait. Everyone start drum roll.
I'm too hype. Oh man, everybody, drum roll, please. Oh man. Oh, just waiting for the go ahead from my man. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our top 3 drivers from tonight's competition. We have them. They are in cars. The drivers that won have cars with 4 wheels. They have an engine. They have drive shafts, they have differentials, they have axles, they have... Yeah, some of them have they all have different high trail suspension setups. It's... Oh, all right. Well, if I'm good to go, if I'm good to announce, I think it is time. All right.
Okay, we're gonna go into the Group A chat.
All right, we're going to be announcing the winners to the drivers live in the chat. Give us a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
We're always professional.
All
Unreal,
right,
guys. Unreal.
ladies and gentlemen, we have our winners for tonight. We have our drivers. We have our victor. We have our top three.
Magic.
All right. Are we good? Are we good? If I'm good, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I'm good. Okay.
We are good.
Okay, I'll send you something quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we have our drivers tonight. Our third place spot, our bronze medal for tonight is Connor Falvey. Congratulations on the spot for tonight's competition. Congratulations in taking the bronze in tonight's competition.
Connor, say it.
From all drivers. And, bro, incredible driving from you all. Someone is rattling the hell out of their truck. We love to see it. But, all right, someone's activated their subs. But, okay. The second place driver, the man
You
that
first.
has taken... Do first? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first place driver tonight in our Scottish Virtual Drift Series Round 1 competition is going to be Daniel Andreev takes the win, winning round 1 of Scottish Virtual Drift Series. Congratulations, Daniel.
Let's go.
In the Vortex Lang S15, amazing driving from you, man. That was truly so much fun to watch. All of you drive and all of you just put it out on the track. Just leave all of the aggression out on the track. And also, I want to give a big congratulations to our second place driver as well, Anthony Taylor. Amazing driving from you, man. Seeing that Genesis perform that well is a sight. That was genuinely impressive. We'd love to see it. And yeah, just all around incredible driving from all drivers. And also, Alex Standing being our hard charger for tonight. Congratulations, Alex. Beautiful,
insane.
Beautiful
Well
driving.
done, Alex, bro.
From driving, representing Stuart Mclellan and Mclellan Motorsport E36, doing him proud, as he said himself. So we love to see it. Amazing job in your first virtual competition, man. And all around, let's do some rings, boys. Let's do some rings in the pits. Let's get her going.
Alex, that's 3 Bitcoin you owe me.
Celebratory rings. We love it.
From the judges to all drivers, congratulations. You've done amazing.
Let's see
This
some
is
things.
exactly how we...
some tasty rings, not gonna lie now.
Some tasty rings, lad. We like it.
Tasty rings, bro.
Oh my god. But dude, that... absolute best and giving it your all in tonight's competition. And I also want to thank again to everybody who stuck around to the very end of this competition and watched the entire thing all the way through. You are amazing, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. But now, we are going to be doing interviews with each of the drivers, just to see their thoughts on the competition tonight, how they performed, how they liked it, how they enjoyed it, all that. So we'll be doing that very soon. All right.
Yeah.
It was also very fun judging the event. So many great battles from top from top 64 to top 32.
Falvey, who is his idol, actually, but he's going to be representing the competition.
This interview.
We'll ask some questions to third, second, and third, and obviously Hard Charger. First being Hard Charger, if Alex Standings is still here.
Alex,
if he
he is on mute.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
Unmute
Alex,
Hello? There you go.
internet.
Hello, Alex.
If everyone can mute their mic. There you go. So Alex, coming from a lot of sim practice, I'm guessing, because you're a whole different driver today. How does it feel to do well in one of your first virtual competitions?
I'm not too sure yet. It's still sinking in, to be honest. To be fair, I didn't even expect to get past top 64 or top 32 or any of them.
You made it to top 4.
Not only did you pass top 32, you went all the way to the top 4.
Oh yeah, man.
Still sinking in, to be honest, but alright.
You killed it, man. You absolutely killed it.
Thank you.
Saying, how does the nerves compare to real life on the sim? Because we know you're a good driver in SDC and do a lot of stuff in IRL. So, how does that fare in virtual?
For quite a lot of it, it's like I don't really know how to explain it. Like the nerves still there, but it's there's not as much to consider. You have to consider weather conditions or like your personal condition, stuff like that. You don't have to worry I'm freezing cold, I might do rubbish and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. You just basically sit down and away you go. Just hope the nerves don't get the better of you.
And you're also not worrying you don't have you don't have the thought in the back of your mind, I assume, of I could also total my car. So
no.
Yes.
That's another thing. That's another thing you don't have to consider. Hold on, how am I going to wreck my car doing this?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you just can go full send, leave it out on the track. We love it.
Which is an absolute relief.
Yes, sir. Amazing driving, though, man.
Thank you. I absolutely loved being a part of the first round of this.
Oh yeah.
Definitely coming back second. Definitely coming back.
Sounds good, man. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you for being here.
We're very happy to see you. Thanks for that.
So, Daniel Andreev can't really speak English much, so I'm going to be helping him say the things he wants to be said.
All right, for sure.
And one last question for Alex, quick. Which I probably forgot, to be honest. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, Alex?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad.
And it seems that he's muted. So, we'll go on to third place, Connor Falvey. How are you feeling?
I'm delighted. I'm happy out that I got third place.
Yeah. And how has this been for the first time driving on Driftland in a competition format?
It's been savage. I battled Conor Aspel in top 16, and it was just good crack.
Say, for most of the IRL drivers watching the stream, what would you say for them if they're wanting to get into the sim? Is it realistic or?
I think it's definitely realistic considering the muscle memory. You can do 5,000 laps of a track if you want to, and it doesn't cost anything. So I definitely consider the other drivers.
Yeah. Is there anyone you would like to thank on this special occasion today?
Conor Aspel, Owen Magnar, Lewis Bunks, and Magnar Harley.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You knocked out the spotter. I said Conor Aspel.
What about Tomas?
Oh yeah, I'm my dad. I'm my man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Mark. Oh yeah, the whole lot of them.
Okay.
Alright, well, thank you very much. Connor Falvey, amazing driving today, man.
And Ian, I'll let you ask some questions to people for second or first.
For sure. Well, Sir Anthony Taylor, are you here?
Yep.
Oh, what's up, man? Amazing driving today. How did it feel putting it out on the track today?
For first comp experience and first
There you
comp on
go.
a team, pretty good.
Dude,
I
yeah,
went-
you absolutely killed it.
Going against some of the best. I mean, that was hard. I had to change tunes all day. It was a lot of adapting.
I'm sure. But yeah, no. So is this your first competition in the first competition in general? But I'm sure it's the first competition in the Genesis. That thing is performing well.
Yes.
Yes,
And you
most
got
definitely.
this right before signups closed, and I was like, screw it, I'll try it, see how it compares. Did pretty good.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, you got second place. I'd call that pretty good. So, yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's good to hear. Do you have a car that you drive in real life yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, for sure. Well, yeah. Whenever that day comes, I'm sure you'll kill it in that car too. Look forward to seeing you on the real tracks. So,
Appreciate it.
yeah, man. Well, good to hear. Thanks for speaking. But yeah, how about Sir Daniel Andreev? Are you? Yes.
So,
30.
first off, he wants to thank everyone who supported and thank you for the event.
Oh, of course.
All right. What questions do you have for him?
Oh, just like just how'd you enjoy the event? How'd you enjoy driving? Like how did it? If he drives in real life, how did it compare to driving in real life?
Oh, he doesn't drive in real life.
Okay, for sure.
He's
No
only
problem
on
with that.
some drifting right now. He's only 14 years old.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, there you go. He's killing it.
14 and a real driver.
There you go, man.
Question on the opinion of the event and driving. Give me a moment.
No problem at all. But yeah, all around, all the drivers doing incredible. Yeah, Alex putting on a great show. Connor putting on an equally great show, and Anthony and Daniel putting out everything onto the track, doing exceedingly well, placing in first and second spots. Very incredible driving from both drivers, from all drivers. So every driver tonight in the top 64, even from the top 64 to right now, has done incredible. So sorry. Yes.
Danushka's, Andreev's response to the event and the driving, he liked it very much. Everything was very fast, and the judging was good.
Yes, sir. Love to hear it.
And
all the boxes ticked.
I think one person should speak right now, and that is Rise.
Yes, sir.
He has put in an astounding amount of work to get this even going, and he's probably one of the most giving people in this community that we would ever have, and we wouldn't have this if it wasn't for him. So I think he should give us a few words. And
Rise, before you speak, I'm a random driver, so Rise, who did a savage job. The competition was class. Fair play
As
to
a
Rise.
driver,
Fair play.
I would like to thank Rise for a savage event.
It was unreal, Rise.
Yes,
Fair play to
sir.
you, lad. You should be proud of
A
yourself.
little round of applause for Rise really quick. That's great. We all love it. Everybody,
non-stop.
Everybody is very
every single day.
I guess you can talk now, Rise, I suppose.
Yes,
You're all very welcome. Ian and Alex definitely earning that paycheck though. No,
Is that the Haribo?
as much as I love this, like, it's passion, 100% a passion, but like, I couldn't do it without my team. Without everybody doing every little part, we would be nothing. So, as much as I wish to take credit, I can't take full credit. Everybody that's involved in staff have been amazing this weekend. Like, I want to thank all of them so much. The driving has been incredible. Onwards and upwards for round 2, even though it's already quite a bar to reach. So yeah, people have got to certainly start practicing if they want to raise the bar for the next round.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is a pretty high bar that we set here, so.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, commentating was great. Stream was great. Judging alongside Rise in Arctics was great. The driving was amazing to watch. I loved it.
It was insane.
The entire event was very nice.
The
Yes, sir.
Now my job's hard because I got to make the after video look just as good as it was tonight. That's going to be fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank every single one of you for being here. I want to thank everybody viewing. I want to thank all of the drivers. I want to thank all the staff that participated this weekend. You all did incredible, indescribably good jobs. This just went perfectly. This competition was stellar. This was great. And I cannot wait for round 2, which is in how long, Rice?
Oh, it is a month.
All right. Well, yeah, that should be great. All of you checking back in a month. We look forward to seeing you for round 2.
Keep an eye on the social medias and you will keep up to date with us. And feel free to join the Discord and say hello to the drivers and staff.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the Scottish Virtual Drift Series Discord. I'm sure you can find that on any of the socials related to this series. But yes, I just want to, again, thank you so much to everybody who stuck through to the end, to all the drivers and staff. Everybody did incredible. And we look forward to seeing you next round. And yeah, thank you. And good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fair play, boys.
Thank you. Good
Yes,
battles.
sir.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.